And I'm live. Well, hello there, peoples. It's Doc, and he's live again with this chat party, number 13, lucky number 13. I hope everybody's doing swell out there and having your own Memorial Day parties. But you got to be socially distant, you know. You got to play it safe, be safe, and stay safe. Eat those hamburgers, but wash your hands before, you know. Got to be good. Got to get rid of this virus thing. We're trying so hard. It's tough, I know, and it's warm out, and by golly, you want to go out to the beach and stuff. And, what can you do? They're telling us to stay home and stay safe, but oh boy, is it tough right now. So anyway, if anybody's out there who wants to join in, I have a link here. Bang. There it is. Oh, there's Richard Dolin. How are you, Richard? How are you doing? I put a link up there for Richard and anybody else who wants to jump in and join up and tell us about your Memorial Day. Here in Canada, it's not Memorial Day, so no parties here except for this right now, chat party. So if you want to chat, just like Richard Dolin.
Hey, Doc.
Richard, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good today. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. Gotta get my mouse ready here for some of these.
Hello?
Like that. See, do I think Paul McCartney's dead? Maybe.
What?
Yeah, right. Oh, Richard can't hear me? Hello?
Oh, Adam.
Richard's having trouble. No, he's froze. Nope. Sorry, Richard. Richard, you're with me? No, Richard's gone. Okay. Anyhow, yeah, all of a sudden it got hot, didn't it? You know, it was like 65 or so degrees a couple of days ago and went up to 80 something. Whoa. When they say it's the official or unofficial start of summer, they weren't kidding. But I'm not at the beach. I'm here with you. So, hey, let's talk and let's chat and let's. Oh, I don't have anything to drink here. Darn. I came unprepared. So, anyway, yeah, it's pretty warm and it's even hotter, I'm sure, where you are. Everybody's heading for the beach. They're showing them on the news this morning. Stephen Schnee says, I'll be listening. Oh, you got some writing working assignments. Okay, well, that's cool. So if we say anything that kind of, you want to jump in on, hey, we're here. And Rachel, I seem fun. Well, sometimes I'm fun. It all depends. I don't know. It's early yet. And the link is still there. So if anybody wants to jump in, Richard tried to jump in, but apparently had some trouble. So I guess he's sorting it out. Anyhow, yes. Memorial Day weekend. Hi, Rachel. Hi. As I was saying, in Canada, we don't have Memorial Day here. We had our holiday a week ago. So, it's kind of hit and miss. Let's see if we can try Richard again.
Sorry about that. Adam called me and it cut me off.
Okay. I knew there was some trouble in there somewhere. Yeah, I need
now what's this about? Who was saying about Paul McCartney being dead?
Oh, somebody threw this up there. Do you think Paul McCartney's dead?
You think Paul McCartney is dead?
Yeah. Do you think Paul McCartney? He's dead. Yeah,
I believe he's dead. Yeah, he's dead.
He died what? Almost 50 years ago.
He died over 50 years ago. Jim Morrison's still alive.
Well, of course, yeah, this guy has been going around making records under Paul's name, going out on tours and stuff, and that's not Paul McCartney.
It was all lies.
Yeah.
It was all lies. We were all. So I should just throw out my whole. I should just throw out my whole collection because it's all a lie.
Yeah, it's all lies. That's not really
all lies. Just get my whole collection away.
Mm-hmm. Like, who was that guy really? It looked like him. It sounded like him. Can't be him. No, can't be.
No.
Anyway, Stephen Schnee's out there, Richard, if you want to say hi to him. He's listening.
Hey, Stephen.
Stephen's out there. He's got some working or writing assignments to do. So, and if you haven't watched him and his brother and Ronnie, crap.
Ronnie
Barnett.
Ronnie Barnett, Boom Boom Room.
That's right. Yeah.
That's good stuff in there.
I like it.
That about 5 minutes. I like that about 5 minutes in there.
Well, I think you can spend 5 hours in there, maybe 5 days. Who knows?
Hey, Steven, Ronnie, can he get another one of those objects for me?
It's going to cost you, I think.
Those Led Zeppelin objects. Can he get me another one? Can he get another one for me?
I don't think he has a stockpile. I think he has maybe one of each.
I know. I'm just kidding. I would love to have I'd love to have an object though.
Well, he's got some pretty nice objects, really. Yeah. He's got a whole room behind him that we haven't even seen yet. So when it comes to the Boom Boom Room, by golly, we're gonna be in for it. Hey, would you like to have someone else join us there, Richard?
Well, it depends on who it is.
Well, it might be. We're gonna be in for it. Hey, would you like to have
Well, it depends on who.
It didn't work.
Wait a minute.
We're gonna be in for it. Hey, would you like to have
Rachel, I thought you figured it out.
I don't think we're going to get Rachel here. So,
I know. I feel so bad. She was trying to come on my chat. Tried to come on my chat yesterday, and she couldn't do it because she just had all that feedback. And I've been really wanting to talk to her in person for that.
Yeah, as we all learned doing this, you have to turn YouTube off, or else there's a big mess. So, we'll give her a chance. I just typed, "Hey, turn your YouTube off."
Yeah.
And we'll give her another chance.
Yeah.
So, when she reads, Steve Schnee says, "No, those things are expensive." And Ronnie's had that.
I know they're expensive.
No, you're not going to be able to get that Led Zeppelin stuff. No, he's guarding those things tremendously. So sorry about that.
They're expensive, Stephen. That's why I can't. That's why I can't afford one. That's why I'm asking if you can get me one.
Well, yeah, but he probably added to his other ones. Rachel says, "We'll try it some other time." Well, all you have to do is turn YouTube off. That's all. Unless you're on Wi-Fi. We found out last week Wi-Fi doesn't work very well with this.
Oh, yeah, that was a mess last week.
Yeah, so when you try to come on, don't... Hey, we all sucked at the beginning. We had to learn, like, what works, what doesn't. Yeah, she's on Wi-Fi. There you go. Wi-Fi doesn't work for this thing, and being on YouTube doesn't work for this thing. So, yeah, if you are on Wi-Fi, that's what happened. Yeah.
Oh, so is that why she couldn't come to my stream there? Mine come in. Why? That's why that happened in my chat. So because she was on Wi-Fi.
Yeah, apparently it doesn't work right. We found out last week with Mike Mason. Rachel says she can do Zoom okay, but StreamYard, well, maybe that's the thing. Maybe StreamYard doesn't work on Wi-Fi, but Zoom does. So maybe we might have to start getting off this. Well, Steve says his Wi-Fi works. Huh. But there is a little.
That is weird. That is weird. Steve's been on here several times.
There is a little disclaimer says if you are on Wi-Fi, get off it or something. It works if you're connected to the internet, like physically connected. So it just seems like Wi-Fi is a trouble, except for Stevie Schnee. I don't figure that one out. Yeah, we might have to start doing this on Zoom if Wi-Fi is trouble with StreamYard.
We can fit 100 people on Zoom.
Oh, 100 people! Whoa! This little block would be full of people. Well, that'd be crazy. I don't even get 100 people to watch one video, let alone me. Oh well, I might have to look into this Zoom bit, but this works for me though, right? You know, like I've been able to make this, and it's free too. I like free.
I might have to be doing another contest pretty soon. I'm up to like 107 subscribers.
Whoa. See, there's the StreamYard link, but apparently if you're on Wi-Fi, it doesn't work out so high. So you can try it again, Rachel, if you like, but I have a funny feeling the Wi-Fi is keeping you down. Let's give her another. Oh, she's moving.
Okay, how about this? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. And have you changed your internet connection?
I just shut off the YouTube, but of course I'm out of chat, so I can't see anybody.
Ah.
I mean, I can see you guys, but I can't see the people tuning into you.
Oh, that's okay, because if anything is directed at you, I can put it on screen.
Okay, thank you.
And I'm hoping. Well, and it seems like everybody can hear me fine because I've got the air conditioner running in the back. Can you believe this? Air conditioner.
Later, I'm on live now. Sue just brought me dinner, but I got to wait now. I'm going to wait.
Well,
it's a pleasure to meet you in person.
Thank you, Richard. I love you. It's so great.
I love you too, Rachel.
Your channel and hi, Tom's Vinyl Shack.
Okay. You won't miss a thing if my mouse works here. Ooh, okay. Cool.
Well, this is great to know, Doc. So now I know how to do these StreamYards.
Yeah, it's learned by doing, you know, because the way this started out, you know, like I got wind of this from Record Crate, then I tried it, Richard's tried it, and everybody's, you know, pretty well like,
yeah.
This is a cool thing, but I do think Zoom is probably better.
I'm sure they're all about the same.
I'm sure they are
great anyway.
But you know, for me, it's free, and
the price is right.
The price is right. It works out fine. I like it fine. As I was saying, like I've got the air conditioner on. Isn't this weird? You know,
wow, Doc, you're in Ontario, right?
Yes. Pretend I'm in Detroit, Ontario.
Oh my gosh. You know, well, as soon as you mentioned Detroit, that makes me think Michigan. And then Michigan makes me think of our dear friend, Steve Carlson, who's, I don't know if you've heard, his 10,000 plus record collection was obliterated in the floodwaters that occurred in Midland, Michigan. So, and it's inconceivable. I have a fraction of what he has for a collection. So yeah, devastating news. Now I'm way out west on Vancouver Island. So I'm in Sydney, just across from Vancouver, northwest of Seattle, Washington. You got to say it, Washington.
Not like my grandfather.
Oh, your grandfather's out in Washington?
No, but he always pronounced Washington. I can't. Washington.
You get it, Richard. You're speaking American.
There you go.
No,
Okay, so
my grandfather pronounced everything wrong too.
Hey, I got a lot of American ancestry. I got to tell you, my grandfather was born in Spokane, and my ancestors fought in the American Revolution for the American side. Oh, I went into, oh my God, what the hell?
oh, spooky. Oh,
Hey, I got to change. Do you know what that is? That's from my other account called Genealogy Mad. So I just got to make myself go, I got to do a different image here.
Whoa,
Okay.
no image.
I'll get a different one.
Okay.
Channel?
Okay, now, my camera goes to sleep on me. Okay.
Just give it a few smacks.
I'll get a good image here. There's me. Oh, look at there. This is my Beatle one.
Oh, let's see.
I'll apply that. Okay.
Hey!
Yeah, there's
Now,
Rachel.
Okay.
now I can start the camera down there. We're
There
back.
you go. Yay!
So I'm big on genealogy, doing research and all this. This is why I know all about my American ancestors. And we fought in the American War of Independence, 1776, Pennsylvania. We were in Pennsylvania. And then my great-great-grandparents were the first white folks in Republic County, Kansas. They settled there. And you can look them up in Wikipedia. That's actually, if you look Republic County, Kansas, and look at the history, you'll find Myers is the family last name. But Matilda Beerley. And one last story, I went looking on YouTube researching them, and I found a picture of my great-great-grandmother on eBay, and I bought the picture, and I got it sent up to Canada.
My mother's maiden name is Myers.
Yeah, Myers is my family last name on my grandfather's side.
Is it E-Y or just Y-E-R-S?
It's Y-E-R-S.
That it matches. We're related.
Doc?
We're related.
Oh my God! I gotta give you presents now.
Yes,
Richard. Yes. This could be bad. I could end up having to give Doc money.
Oh wow! Yeah, my mother's maiden name is Myers, but they're from Wallaceburg, Ontario.
Oh yeah, but it depends where they all go in the in the movement and the traveling around, because we move back and forth across the border and the history and everything. But anyway, we aren't here for genealogy. We're rock and rollers. We're musical people. We love the Beatles. We love Doc. Now, Doc, what are some of the latest purchases you've gotten?
Not many. Like with record stores closed. And I've lost my eBay mailing address due to the border being closed. I'm saving money.
I've done a few things. I got a few things. I mean.
Oh, well, Richard. Yeah. Richard, get some stuff to show. I just want to tell Rachel that around here in Detroit, we had big coverage of that flood in Midland, Michigan.
Yeah.
And they were showing the footage of like 9 feet of water in the town.
Yeah.
So, like, that is just insane. It says like there were 2 dams that were privately owned. They were inspected, I don't know, maybe last year, and they were recommended for repairs, but the guy didn't do it.
Can you spell what's the word? Lawsuit? Class action lawsuit?
Class action lawsuit.
I can imagine. Yes. So like this guy caused the town to. So Steve Carlson could probably sue for all his records, maybe.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. There should be a class action lawsuit. There probably will be.
Yeah. So like I got to see the actual footage of it. Basically all last week.
Well, this is cool. So you guys can see my little background here. My John Lennon is over there. Whoop, come on, John.
Yeah, you can see my couch.
Yeah, it's blue.
Yes.
It's like the Beatles' Blue Album. I like that.
Yes, that's where I hang out a lot. I like the couch.
So, Doc, who's your favorite group?
Well, it has to be the Beatles. I've got lots of Beatles.
A solid win.
That's what brought me here in the first place. To type in Beatles.
I didn't know that. I didn't know it was the Fabs. Now, my grandfather on my dad's side, well, I was adopted out, so this is my adopted history, but my adopted grandfather's from Liverpool, and going back about 3 generations, and Merseyside. They're about like 4 blocks away from where the Beatles are from.
Whoops.
Hey, I got to start my camera.
Slipped.
There we go.
There we go.
So so I love, of course, I come by my love of the Beatles naturally, but my Liverpudlian grandfather, he did not like the Beatles. He said, "Oh, the long hair." He'd kind of mutter in his English accent. So when they showed up in 1964, we're all watching Ed Sullivan. I'm so little, I can't remember. I was born in '58, but they got Ed Sullivan going. And my grandfather goes, "Oh, it's awful, haircut."
Who are those people? I'm not going to buy records by them. No.
Yeah, and that's a good accent. That was a really good one, Doc. Yeah. I love your humor. I must say you have such a gift, and I love your stuff. The one where you go to the park, or what are those poor American people, and you were in hell. You were literally in hell.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, but see, being that I'm right across from Michigan, I can do Michigan stuff.
Yeah, true.
I went to Hell, Michigan.
Are you in Windsor?
Yes. Yes.
We have a restaurant here in Victoria called John's Place Restaurant, and the owner there is from Windsor. And so you Windsor guys are practically Detroitites, because he's a Tiger fan. He loves the Tigers.
I can't add anything to this because I've never been to Canada or Detroit.
I've never been to Pittsburgh. So,
well, Richard, where's your home state?
Gosh, I don't want you putting out where I live.
Richard, where's your home state?
Pennsylvania.
Richard and I could be related. You're right in Pennsylvania. You know what? They're from the Gettysburg area. So, hang on. I'll get you something here. Never been seen on the VC. I'm going to bring it in.
Oh, boy. First time showing. Don't go away.
Is this going to make me have a heart attack?
Yeah. It's something straight from the Music Man vault.
Oh.
It's going to make me have a heart attack.
It's Cell Families?
Yes, Cell. German. Can you believe it? With a face like mine, I'm part German. And where is this from? Oh, I'm losing a camera. There we hold on. Okay, what do we got? It's by Kenneth Sell. And okay. Oh, there it is. Adams and York Counties, Pennsylvania.
Ooh.
Yeah, York and Adams, yeah.
Adams and York Counties, Pennsylvania. So my 10th great grandfather was a guy named Abraham Sell. And this Kenneth Sell, did a whole history on the family. And where these bookmarks are, those are my direct line, where they're talking about my direct ancestors. All in here. Anyway, very exciting. First time ever.
So look up the Dolins in there. Are the Dolins in there?
I'm going to look. I got to look. Oh, hang on.
I'm not going to be.
Richard Dolin, born 1997. Oh my God. And it says Paul McCartney fan.
He's married.
Do you think I might be not telling the truth?
That's not me.
Okay, you're right, Richard. You got me. I tried to fool you guys.
You're off on the birth dates. 97 year old.
He was stunned for a minute. I could see, like, am I really in there?
Yeah, I know. I was so close and yet so far away.
Yes.
Only a couple years off on the birth date.
Okay, so now you've got a real question for baseball, Doc. Are you more of a Tigers fan or are you a Blue Jays fan?
Tigers. because I'm
Good
I'm
choice. They win
I'm
more.
1 mile from Detroit.
Yeah, you're closer to Detroit. You just go over the bridge, right?
Yeah.
Tunnel. We have both.
Oh.
Bridge and a tunnel. Both built around 1930. But I
And
can
I'm a Pirates fan. I don't know why.
I can see Detroit out my front window here, literally.
So does Ontario have any sort of holiday today?
No, we had ours last week.
Yeah, we did ours Victoria Day, they call it.
Exactly. So
I had no idea Detroit and I had
today,
no idea Detroit and Canada was that close together.
Yeah, see, we don't have a Memorial Day celebration in Canada. We have Remembrance Day, but America also has Remembrance Day too, when we celebrate the end of the war, armistice, 1917.
I just wanted to remind you about other famous people from Windsor, Ontario.
Go for it.
FitToBe TieDyed.
Oh, now I always think he's in Alberta, but he's not. He's in Vancouver.
Yes, but he lived in Windsor for 40 years.
Oh
You
my
go
God.
out there.
Yeah. You know who my favorite hockey team is?
Well,
Hmm.
if saying Vancouver Canucks sounds too easy,
Yeah, it's not.
so it's not. Nothing more.
Here's a hint. I'm Canadian, and even though I have a lot of French ancestry, I don't cheer for the French ancestry Canadian hockey team, and I'm old.
Okay, well,
And I like your blue couch.
thank you.
Maple Leafs.
Yes, Richard guessed it right. Toronto Maple Leafs.
Maple Leafs the blue was a dead giveaway. Come on.
Oh, we have proof. We have proof. What do you got? Oh my gosh, it's Dave Keon.
Now, when I was little, hang on, I got to come back. There we go. When I was little, this guy was my favorite hockey player. And in the 1960s, before we had all these look how thick this protector is. In the 1960s, this is from 1965, I had this whole set. So the set is worth over $1,000. It had Bobby Hall, rookie in here.
And
so huge rookies in 1965. This is the set I was collecting when I was little. But now I said, okay, it's gone because I got the little photograph, little black triangles that you could lick and then you put them in the photo album. You've seen those in old photo albums. Have you seen those, Doc or Richard?
Triangles?
Right. Yeah, they're little black and you stick them and then you put the picture and then they stick into a book.
Yeah.
Little black triangular photo thingies.
Oh, you got me on that one.
Okay. You still have that set? You still have that set?
No, I wish I did.
Hey, I threw it out.
Yeah.
But the little black, the glue on the little black triangles that held the picture in, the glue dried and broke and fragmented, and the pictures just the cards went everywhere. So my mom threw them out. So that's what's in my collection. But thank God for eBay. I came out and I went and bought that.
Yes.
To get Dave Keon, number 14, my favorite player, and I got him back.
I used to collect sports memorabilia before I collected Paul McCartney and Beatle memorabilia, so I know pretty much everything about it.
Okay, so now are you closer to Pittsburgh or Philadelphia?
I live in Pittsburgh.
So were you a Pittsburgh Steelers fan?
No.
Were you Philadelphia Eagles fan?
No. I'm a Steeler fan. Of course I'm a Steeler fan. Half my shelf up there. Half my shelf up here is Paul McCartney stuff, and half of it is Steelers stuff.
Okay, so Steelers, which would be kind of like Hamilton in the color scheme for the Hamilton Tiger Cats in Canadian football. They're black and yellow.
Yeah,
which is a great color combo. My kid brother's a Boston Bruin fan.
Yeah,
we don't know why. We don't know what happened.
I like the Boston Bruins.
Well, we're older. He's older. So he
Yeah.
liked Bobby Orr and Phil Esposito and all that stuff.
Yeah.
We've
I
got
don't like hockey. I don't like hockey. I'm not really a big hockey. I'm not really a hockey fan. I don't really like hockey, and I can't stand the Penguins.
Not unusual in America. Yeah. It's not one of the big three.
Yeah,
okay,
and
come back, Rachel.
And I can't stand the Penguins, but I actually like I don't mind the Boston Bruins.
Oh, and then here's a trivia fact. What famous actor had a big dollar investment in a Pittsburgh pro sports team?
Actor?
Yeah.
Bing Crosby.
Yes, you're correct.
I didn't know. I was going to say I didn't know if he acted, but I know Bing Crosby. He did have a stake in the Pittsburgh Pirates, and
boom, you got it.
When they
know
won
that, Doc?
I did not know that.
When they won the World Series, won the World Series,
Richard a prize for that. For knowing that, can we send Richard a prize?
We should send Richard a prize.
What have I got around? I have many Egypt stations.
You got one on vinyl?
No.
I don't need CD.
No.
I already got it on CD. I need it on vinyl.
How the heck am I going to get rid of these things?
What the heck?
Are they all different?
No.
Don't throw them. You never throw a Paul McCartney album, not even Chaos and Creation.
This is a family channel, a family-friendly show, but I'd be tempted to say, fuck you for that.
Yeah. Fuck you, Doc.
Well, when you have so many, it's like, what do you do with these things? They all
the same ones, or are they different copies? Are they different, like, kind of?
Yeah, they're the special cardboard ones.
Hey, didn't somebody say yesterday in Richard's chat, somebody said we should use a Paul McCartney disc for a coaster?
Yeah, press to play, and I was like, come on.
Yeah, that was awful.
That's sacrilegious. Oh,
yeah.
How dare they think of such a thing?
Do you know my favorite Paul McCartney? I'm very vanilla when it comes to what I like. There's people in the vinyl community that know all these esoteric, like, have you got the latest album from Bent Elbow? I don't know who they are. But so for me, I like Band on the Run. I love Band on the Run.
Band on the Run is a great album.
And then my second favorite, and I did this in Richard's contest, is Venus and Mars. I love Venus and Mars.
You gotta love Magneto and Titanium Man.
Venus and Mars is probably my favorite. Not just as a Paul McCartney album, probably one of my favorite albums of all time.
It is so good. And just how I got my room set up, down on the floor, I got a lot of boxes. But in behind my computer screen that I'm looking at here are all my Beatle records.
Michael Elliot.
All that. And I'm one of those people that got rid of all their records in the late 80s. And then I'm buying them all back. And then I had a whole bunch of CDs and I got rid of all them because we all went digital. Everything was on YouTube. And now I'm buying all them back. So I'm very poor now. But I got some records and CDs now.
Michael Elliot, be quiet.
Ooh. Well, I think he was speaking to me. Use them for years old.
I'm still
all these things,
I know. Michael's not.
I use them for whatever. Okay.
There, I chatted with the guests. I sent something out to the guests.
That was a pretty lousy joke. It didn't work. Anyway.
Yeah. Michael's not one of my favorite. Michael's not one of my favorite people right now. So.
Ooh.
Okay, so what we'll do to keep things light and fun, we'll do more fun topics. Richard, how old were you when you first got into Paul McCartney, and what got you into Paul McCartney?
3. I was 3 when I got into Paul McCartney.
Wow.
He could barely walk at the time, but he said, "Yeah, I like that Band on the Run."
Well, that's kind of how I got into the Beatles, I guess. I kind of pooped myself when I was 2, and they had the Yellow Submarine on, and it happened. But go ahead, Richard. So you were 3, and then what song or how exactly did it occur?
I'm not responding to him. And I don't want to. I don't want to take this chat down. I don't want to bring this down. Anything. So anyway, if he addresses me again, Doc, you don't even have to put it up.
All right.
Okay. Things going now, Richard. How did you get into Paul McCartney? What was the song or the movie you saw, or how?
No, Band on the Run. The first time I heard it, I fell in love. I was 3 years old. The first time I heard Band on the Run, that's what really made me fall in love with music.
Wow.
At 3 years old, yeah.
Yeah. If I did a video on this, Rachel, I'm surprised you haven't seen it.
You know what, Richard? I probably did. But you know what? I'm making show like the Beatles used to go, mock show.
Yeah.
I had a toilet seat. I put it around my neck.
This is what happens on talk shows. They ask questions that they already know the answer, but somebody out there may have not heard this. So
yeah, we're just getting the
conversation.
There is something I would like to ask Michael, but I don't want to. There is something I would like to ask Michael, but I don't really want to make this negative.
Well, it's up to you whether you want to or not.
Okay, I'll do it. Michael, you say you love me. If you love me, why you comment on the video making fun of me?
Whoa. Well. Because he loves you.
This is like an old, what is it? Who did the talk show where Jimi Hendrix went on? Dick Cavett. He'd have some edgy talk show. I'm here to do like the riff and everything's kind of low key, but now we're suddenly Dick Cavett where it's a lot more intense.
Yeah.
I don't remember watching a lot.
Anyway, I'm sorry. I just had to do that. I'm sorry. I'm done with that. I'm done with that now. But anyway, yeah. But anyway, yeah. So I did a video on that, and that's why I like Paul McCartney. That's why I like Paul McCartney better, is because I heard him first.
And it makes sense.
When I was 3 years old.
Yeah, and you didn't know he was in a band before he was Paul McCartney, did you?
Yeah. And then later on, I heard the Beatles. Me and my mother were out doing something, and the oldies channel was on, and the song "Twist and Shout" came on, and I was like, I like this band. I like this song. I like this band. And my mother's like, Richard, that's Paul McCartney. Paul McCartney's in this band. They're the Beatles. Yeah. That's Paul McCartney. And I guess I'm like a little kid, like 3 or 5 years old, and I'm arguing with her, like, that's not Paul McCartney. That's not Paul. Because I didn't believe it.
Yeah. And especially when she put on A Day in the Life, you said, no, that's not Paul McCartney. That's not Paul McCartney.
Now that always surprises me that Richard's not a big fan of A Day in the Life.
You're being nice saying I'm
not a fan at all.
Well, that's the beauty of music. Everybody likes something. They don't like others. That's a variety of life.
Yeah, my mother loves Neil. My mother loves Neil Young.
Oh, I like Neil Young too.
Yeah, I like some songs, but I'm not really a fan.
I've been to Hollywood.
I've been to Redwood.
See, we're good.
Richard, I've got Michael. He'd like to talk to you if you let him.
On screen or on a comment?
On screen.
I don't know how this is gonna go.
No.
I don't want to turn this. I don't want to turn this. You can do it, but I'm telling you, this might not be pretty. So I'm just putting it out there.
That's why I'm letting you know. Like, he'd like to come on.
Rachel, you're all right with this? I don't want to turn this into a...
I'm really open and free. I love everybody. I'm really here to have a lot of fun. And I'll tell him to be nice to you if he gets out of hand there, Richard.
All right, you can put him on, but I'm telling you, it's not gonna
go well.
It's not gonna go well.
Well, let's see what happens. Go.
Keep me searching for a heart of gold, and I'm getting old.
Oh, this is
maybe maybe you should search for a heart of gold.
He can sing. That man has got a voice. So this is Michael?
Yes. We've met before many times, Rachel, but it's been on other streams and things.
Oh, okay. Well, very nice to talk to you in this format.
And congratulations. I heard you won Richard's contest.
I did.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
I don't come around often, but I keep up with what's going on.
All right, man. This is great.
Yeah,
anyway, it's wonderful to meet you in this format.
You're very welcome.
So where is this box of goodies?
Yeah. Well,
Richard, wherever you are.
Did Richard mail them to you yet, Rachel?
I mailed it.
Okay.
Oh, it's on its way. Okay.
Cool. So what did you win?
It's got to be a surprise. Don't say anything.
So you don't know what it is?
No.
Oh,
but I'm going to do an unboxing on my channel, and then when I do my unboxing, then I'll show it for everybody.
All right, very good.
And we'll have some fun, and it's a good way to promote Richard's channel as well, because we all want more subscribers. Hey, viewing audience for Docs Chat, please subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been one of Richard's biggest fans, but something happened in the last week and a half because him and James are on his stream about a week or so ago.
James Byers.
Yeah, we had we're talking a good hour and a half, and then this week
I didn't want to let you on the chat, but I didn't feel like I was tired and didn't feel like having you ask me why.
Oh, so you didn't want me on that chat in the first
I didn't want you on the chat.
Well, then why did you keep me on and we talked and buddied around? Why are you teasing me?
Paying attention to what you were saying.
Why are you teasing me? You know I love you, Richard.
I'm not teasing. Oh yeah, you love me.
And you're gonna always be my friend.
You love me so much. You're over there with your buddy Invisible Ray, commenting on videos, making fun of me, make me look like an idiot.
Hey, FitToBe TieDyed. Listen, if you go back and look at those comments, I was just directing those comments at Ray. You'll never find a comment. Hold on a second. I don't want to disrupt Doc's stream, but I just want to clarify things. It's documented, so I never have to sit up here and fabricate. If you go back and look at the comments, I was commenting on funny, but I've never ever made fun of you.
Why can't you get through? Why can't you get this through your head? If you were commenting on something, if you were commenting on a video, whether you say something about me or not, if you're commenting on a video that's making fun of me, you're supporting bullying, and you're gonna say, "Oh no."
Well, I don't understand. I must be a special case.
No.
Hold on a second, Richard. I don't want to, us battling back and forth. So let us talk back and forth. Keep being respectful. There are people that are constantly going over to Invisible Ray's stream and commenting, and they come over to your stream, but you never say anything to them. They're literally putting comments going, "Oh, that was really funny. That was really funny." But for some strange reason,
Will you let me talk here? Or are you just gonna blah 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 blah?
Soon as I'm finished, it's not like I've been talking a half an hour. Can I at least finish the sentence? I know. Rachel's loving this.
I think some of you people are so rude, and people, have parents and families, and it's just horrible with some of the things that have been said about my son. And it's just
and I've never said anything.
Okay, well,
but you're supporting it.
Okay,
Mrs. Dolin, I've never said anything against your son. If anything else, I've been his biggest cheerleader.
Okay.
And it's not so much about making fun of him. I've never done that. He doesn't want me to go over to his site. And I told him, I said, well, I can go anywhere I want. Everybody can go to different streams. Just because he doesn't like him doesn't mean I can't.
But you're commenting on videos and they're making fun of me, and I don't care if you mention me. That's supporting bullying.
Well, Richard, I won't argue with you anymore.
Never eating dinner.
I'm good.
Never eating dinner.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm not gonna argue with you anymore.
I'm not really eating anyway.
Well, too bad.
Richard.
So Doc, about those tigers.
Yeah, I'm not gonna argue anymore. I appreciate you at least having conversation with me, but everything
Yeah, right.
you're saying.
Then you're mean, my friend.
Yeah,
And I saw your softy comment on his video yesterday.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I don't appreciate that either.
Once again,
saying I hang out with softies and you're calling me a softie.
Once
So I
again,
don't appreciate that.
once again, see, now you're talking about letting people talk, Richard, and you're not letting me. Once again, if you read the comment says, I like Richard. I have nothing bad to say about him. Maybe he's just surrounded himself with soft. Called you. I said, you're a nice guy. Anybody can go back and look at those comments.
So,
So
Doc, you're a softie. You're a softie then.
No, Richard, you're too sensitive.
Rachel, you're a softie. And by the way, Michael,
About a guy in Europe who's goofy.
By the way, Michael, I know Rachel.
Goofy guy. Why are you taking him so seriously? Why is he hurting you so much?
By the way,
Like,
Michael.
you're standing up to me right now. Why can't you do that? Hey, why am I?
Because I don't want to have anything to do with Invisible Ray. You're still commenting on my videos, and you're still.
You're too sensitive, man.
Okay, Doc, we gotta do tic-tac. Can we do a screen share of tic-tac-toe?
Would be cool. Or
First
if
of
we
all,
can get two more people, and we can do the Brady Bunch.
and just so you know, Michael, I know. And just so you know, Michael, I know that Rachel comments on Ray's videos and likes Ray, and I warned her about him yesterday.
Oh,
and I just put it out there that I don't.
Wait.
I don't think
Okay,
he's good, and I don't.
So why am I different?
Because
See, this is the point I've been trying to get at, Richard.
I'll tell you something.
did you
One
comment?
thing I don't do is I won't comment when Ray does something that's hurtful against Richard. I won't comment on those.
Yeah, well,
videos.
Michael does.
No,
Like-
I comment.
But
I comment about Ray on else. I don't specify anything against Ray. Once again, I don't even have to argue with this. Anybody can go back. One.
No,
and you
I
can
just
look in the
want to be
comment
sensitive
box.
because I know that
Yeah,
that
it's
Richard and Ray have an issue with one another.
Exactly.
So how I relate to that or how I respond to it is I'll watch the video, but I won't put any comment on
By
it.
the way,
So you've never commented on any of his videos?
No, I do comment on videos. I won't
Okay.
comment on the ones where he attacks Richard or any other person. But
Well,
also,
if I make a comment, I'm never making a comment. If I make a comment, it has nothing. It's nothing slighting Richard. Once again,
Wait
if
a
you go
minute.
back and read it-
Wait a minute. Beatle Brad just commented. By the way, Beatle Brad, he stole your picture. He's using your picture. He stole your picture, so you know.
look, we have Beatle Brad is here.
Beatle Brad is in the house.
Who
So
stole
I'm
Beatle
very
Brad's
happy,
picture?
and I love
Is it
Beatle
really
Brad.
him? Because it might be Invisible Ray.
No, it's Beatle Brad.
Who stole Beatle Brad's picture?
We love Beatle Brad.
We love Beatle Brad.
What is Richard talking about?
He came in my chat. He came in my chat yesterday. He had
Who?
Beatle Brad's picture. I let him on, and it was him. It was Ray.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me. I said, I don't even know this guy. What is he talking about?
Invisible Ray is now pretending to be Beatle Brad.
Yeah, he has thousands of profiles. Come
Oh,
on.
Richard, Invisible Ray's been doing this forever. It's
Oh,
just
no.
Rachel, he has a shtick. He's got a shtick, and you know he's got a shtick.
That excuses it.
Okay, now
Hey, FitToBe TieDyed.
I'm upset with FitToBe TieDyed, too, to be honest.
Well, he was christened by Invisible Ray to be the new guy. FitToBe doesn't have a problem with Invisible Ray. I mean, you know.
I'm upset with FitToBe TieDyed, to be honest.
Hey, Fit, you got a song for us?
Sounds like somebody's got to leave today.
Then you.
Oh, wait a minute, Rachel can play?
Hey, we got keyboards, 2 guitars.
Hey, BB.
I can go get my
Yeah,
baby.
that's right. We got keyboards, 2 guitars. We got Richard on voice. He's a great singer.
Oh, you don't want to hear me sing. No, you don't want to hear me sing a song now, Michael.
Oh,
yes,
is
I
Ray
do.
stirring the pot again? What's going
I
on?
love that guy. I love Richard so much. I unsubscribed to Ray because he's a mean-spirited humor.
Quit saying you love
I
me,
don't.
Michael.
I understand, Stephen. I understand. But, you know, he's UK, and British humor can be very
Look at Rachel trying to play over all this.
She's doing a good job.
I'm not here to argue. Richard, you're arguing with me. I'm not here to argue.
Oh yeah, then you were so you were so mean to Joe because of one stupid comment he made.
Richard, you're very hurt. Now you're hurt.
Oh,
But having an issue with me is ridiculous. It really is.
I do have an issue with you. I know
you're doing it silly. But anyway. Doc, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Oh, by the way, Michael, tell your friend Ray to stop making videos about me.
And Doc, I've been wanting to come on, but you know, Richard's been on, and I know he hasn't been in the best mood, so I've been trying to avoid coming to your streams. But like I said, I appreciate you letting me on, my friend. And everybody have a good one. Rachel, I will subscribe to you.
Oh, thank you, Michael.
And I don't know if I subscribe to FitToBe TieDyed. I'll subscribe to you, my friend.
No,
I'm not. I don't know you, Michael, but it's nice to meet you. What's your channel?
It's Michael Elliot. As a matter of fact, I've been in a lot. You probably just haven't noticed me, but yeah, because Invisible Ray, I think, made you the new Vinyl King or something, or
I don't know. I'm king, president for life, emperor. I don't know. I'm something.
Oh, okay, fantastic.
I call it the whatever.
Paul's fantastic. I'm a big fan of Paul's channel. And I love Beatle Brad. If that is, in fact, our Beatle Brad, the kindest
I think it is our Beatle
you could possibly imagine.
So, Michael, you play. You have a keyboard in front of you.
Yes, I do. Well, I've got a whole studio. You just only seeing a partial angle to it.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be unvailing the studio on my new channel.
Oh, very nice. Very good.
Yeah.
By the way, Michael, tell your buddy Invisible Ray to stop making videos about me.
You too, Beatle Brad. It's nice to meet you, my friend. Listen. We've talked about this, Richard. I'm not telling grown-ups what to do. I look at stuff. If you have an issue with people, that's up to you, bro. I don't tell people what to do.
Yeah.
You know, anybody can go to any site, look at anybody's site. If you don't like what they're doing, it's a free world. But I don't think that it should come between other people's friendships. You know, it's just. But anyway, it doesn't matter. What does it say here? Oh, Rachel said, "I love you, Beatle Brad." Yeah, Beatle Brad.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's just.
Wait a minute. Oh, hold on a second. Was that the video that Invisible Ray did about Beatle Brad? And yeah, he had Richard's little face up there. Yeah, that's where I commented. And where I commented, I said, Richard's a nice guy. I have nothing bad to say about him.
No, you said that yesterday, but then you said I'm surrounded by a bunch of coffee.
There was the same comment, though.
I saw that comment. That was a good comment.
Yeah, I said I never, ever have anything bad to say. Dude, I can't tell you how much I respect you. And if you don't have to believe it, and just because I'm a friend of Invisible Ray, if you want to make me your enemy just simply because of that, that's fine, man. It's no biggie.
I think Doc has something to say.
Oh, I'm sorry, Doc.
I didn't know this turned into the Jerry Springer show.
I know. I was here to talk Richard's been just flying at. I didn't mean
Even
to.
Jerry Springer gets ratings, so
I know.
Well, I was gonna do this yesterday but you
Should the president pass another edict, or is
Well,
that?
this reminds me of the old times. We used to have fiery chats before. At one time, it was always fiery. It was fun. But once again, I'm not here to hurt Richard's feelings. But if he's hurt by what I've done, I can't do anything about that. So, yeah. Anyway, listen. Let me get out of here because I don't want to cause any more disruption. I want you guys to have a nice chat. Thanks, Doc, for letting me up. Richard, you're my friend. You'll always be my friend. Anytime you want to talk, my friend, we will talk. If you don't want to talk, we don't have to talk. But I'm letting you know right now, you're going to always be my friend. I don't care what you say.
That's so nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
With friends like that, who needs enemies? With friends like that, who needs enemies?
Well, you brought up a few things on our conversation that we had a couple of weeks ago. I won't bring it up because it's personal. But I wanted to know about something that he talked about in the last conversation, but we may never get a chance to discuss it because I'd like to know how it turned out, if you know what I'm talking about. You don't know.
I just want to say that apart from all this, the invisible race stuff, I just want to say that this is amazing to have Paul, Beatle Brad here. This is huge for a Beatles fan like me because you guys are the channels I watched before I ever got onto YouTube. And I just joined in January. I watched you on my other account for like years. And then it was Norman Maslov, that his ability to communicate, there was something about it. I just got so motivated. So it's a combination of the two that got me jumping in. And this is why I'm on camera right now.
So is Beatle Brad
feel pressure now?
No,
is Beatle Brad like an icon or something?
You do it great.
Rachel, is Beatle Brad like an icon? Or like what?
Yes. Icon.
Very good.
He's up there. He's up with Joe, Mean Mr. Mayo. It was Larry Graves. Larry Graves from Canada.
Which Michael was so nasty to.
Now, where is Beatle Brad? Beatle Brad, where are you located? What state? Or is he Canadian as well?
No, he's American. Can we get Beatle Brad on the channel? Do you want to join us, Beatle
Brad? Brad's in the state of confusion.
Yeah, bring Beatle Brad into this mess too.
FitToBe TieDyed in the state of confusion.
Beatle Brad, would you like to join
this mess too? Because I know he was not happy with that video, so I want to hear what he says.
Sounds like Richard's in quite a state too.
Richard's in a state, man. I couldn't believe it. I went on his stream yesterday morning. And I thought, I will say, is he ignoring me? Because Jill was there and he didn't acknowledge her. Then he closed the stream and opened it back up again. And I tapped on his link. And he brought me up. He goes, I thought I blocked you. And I went, oh, you didn't want me here? It was a total surprise. And then
Michael,
quickly left.
Michael, my lovely friend, I think that since we have Paul FitToBe TieDyed here, have you watched Paul's channel? Do you subscribe and watch his channel?
Well, I stated a little earlier that I'm going to subscribe. I haven't really dove into it, but I've seen his comments over on like Ray's and other places, and then I've seen him in other chats as well.
His own channel is really worth checking out. He's got an extensive collection. He's not just Beatles. He's just finished doing this massive vault series of the Rolling Stones. Honestly, I think in Canada we're paying our teachers too much.
I got a question. I got a question.
I'm gonna have to buy new hats. My head's getting bigger.
I got a question for you guys. Okay, there's a concert tonight. Forget about the COVID stuff. All right. We're just saying there's a concert tonight, and they're across other. They both start at the same time. Which one are you gonna go to? Paul McCartney or the Rolling Stones? Which show?
What?
Well, I saw Paul in July, so I'd take the Stones. I haven't seen them.
Okay.
I've seen the Stones and I've seen McCartney, so I've seen them both.
Yeah.
Now, is there? Let's see, who haven't I seen?
No.
Oh, I'm
No.
stuck.
You got to answer that question. Those two, you got to choose one of those concerts tonight.
Okay, so I'm stuck between a Stone and a hard place.
He's got it. So you're going to go see Paul McCartney or the Stones?
I'm going to go see Paul McCartney.
Really?
I'm going to McCartney.
Okay. Well, I know where Richard's going. I don't even have to ask him. Fit to be tie-dye? Fit to be tie-dye?
Definitely the Stones.
Me too, buddy. Oh, and the only reason, let me tell you why. Let me tell you. I'm talking about today. We're in 2020. Okay. Paul's voice ain't the best it used to be. And one thing you're going to have is more energy when you go see. I'm going to be over at the Stones. Everybody and their mother's going to be over there.
I don't know about the energy thing, Michael. I saw Paul last July, and there's no wanting for energy. It was an amazing show, but I've never seen the Stones, and I'm a big Keith Richards fan. I'm just in the mood for good rock and roll right now, and that's.
I've seen them live, and they are amazing.
Yeah,
I saw them do Steel Wheels. I
have no doubt.
Me too. I think that was the tour I saw. 90. It was 90 something, right?
Like 94. So yeah.
Yeah, I keep all my ticket stubs. I have my Rolling Stones ticket stubs.
Hang on.
Oh, you're gonna battle with me. Rachel.
I love you, Rachel. You're like trying to break up this argument. I'm sorry about this.
Oh, I got World War II stuff.
You
should be sorry, Richard. What does that say, Rachel?
It's an autograph picture. Messerschmitt pilot from World War II.
Which one?
Walter Kaprinsky.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
And there's a Jagdgeschwader symbol that he over here.
Paul likes airplanes.
Oh, yeah, well, that's why I showed the airplanes for Paul, because he's got a great collection. I noticed he's got a Corsair back there. I see this.
Corsair.
And then he did a recent upload on a B-25 Mitchell, I believe he had.
Awesome. Okay, what are you showing?
It was a B-38.
Oh yeah, the P-38. Whoops. Hang on, got to come back.
I have a very dusty Corsair here.
Yeah. F-4U, fantastic aircraft. The Japanese called it whistling death because it would make a huge screaming noise when it would come down on you. Now, hey, Charlie's all right tonight. Charlie Watts. Now, who do we like? Keith Richards. Hey, let's get Keith. Oh, there's Ronnie Wood.
I'm talking about Mick, man. Mick still struts around.
Bill Wyman. That's one thing. I got to see Bill Wyman.
Oh, did you? He did a solo gig?
No, with the Stones. But we got to get Keith.
Hold on a second. Let me grab something.
There he is. There he is for you.
You know something?
Yeah, this is the program from the Steel Wheels tour, and obviously the Canadiana on it. Saw them over at BC Place. Not the best venue for the acoustics and that sort of thing. I prefer the old Empire Stadium or even the Coliseum, Vancouver Coliseum, and saw Yes in the Round there. I've seen Clapton. David Bowie was also at BC Place. I've seen a lot of acts. Geez, just so many people.
I saw Yes in the Round as well. And when they finished the show, as they were leaving, it was in an old hockey arena. Well, Doc would know. It was in the Olympia. And
I never got there.
No, but you're familiar with it.
Oh, well, yeah. But I've never even seen it except in pictures.
Oh, okay. Well, I saw Yes in the Round, and they had a revolving stage. So it being a hockey arena, when they left the stage, they went into that little underpass that the hockey players go through. Yeah. A guy reached over, grabbed Rick Wakeman's hair, was pulling on him, and slugged him. And went right on down into the hall.
Do you know, it was so funny. I was watching one of the guys on the vinyl community. It was Jamie Cottle. Jamie Cottle he's in Ontario as well. He's from Stratford, or he's living in Stratford at this time. He was talking about Skip Prokof. Skip Prokof, he played with Janis Joplin. He's a drummer. He was Lighthouse, absolutely. Well, Skip Prokof became a born again Christian in the early 80s. So he came to our church. So there's Skip. He's a very short guy, very talented guy. He was one of the main songwriting forces, vocalists for Lighthouse. And then, hi, Kimba.
Hi, Kimba.
So
Kimba,
then,
No, Kimba's here.
yes, she's in the house.
Folks, just give me a chance because this is something that I do. It's my ritual. She shows up. Hold on. Kimba, 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 Kimba. Man, I've been wanting to do that for a while. Hi, Kimba. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry, Rachel.
No, it's okay. So there's Skip Prokof. It was an evening service. So in the daytime, in the morning service, people are in suits. The ladies are in dresses. It's a lovely kind of thing. But at night, it's more for street people, more of a social outreach. So they had Skip Prokof there. It's like 1981, 82. So poor Skip's there. Well, there's a tall, and I'm 6'1". This guy was like 6'4". So I was looking up at him, and schizophrenic, clearly. And he went up to the MC and charged the MC. And he goes, I'm going to get back. And he charges the MC and he goes, I hate you. I'm going to punch you. And then Skip Prokof is freaking out because he's got his guitar. He's a little guy. So then I go, no, it's okay. He won't hurt you. Don't hurt the MC. And then he goes, then the guy goes, I like you. He goes to me, I like you, but I don't like him. I'm going to. So me and my friends got the guy carried out of the room. We escorted him out, got him all calmed down. But that was Skip Prokof's kind of like his introduction to church life and Christianity in 1981, 82. Just an absolute crazy thing. I could just see the fear in Prokof's face.
Here you go.
Yeah, kind of neat, Beatle Brad.
Hold on a second. Bam.
Oh, what's
Rolling Stone.
Ooh.
1997. Wasn't that still Will Stone, Rachel? I think.
Yet.
Hang
Even
on.
that place doesn't exist anymore.
Nope.
Wow.
It was awesome.
Hang on.
And he ran that stage all night.
Hang on. I got
all
It's
night.
pretty incredible. Like, I'm not a big fan of him personally, but the guy puts on a show, and his voice is still amazing.
Yeah. Oh, that's the other thing. Folks in the community have been talking. They talked about that benefit that all the. Oh,
we see that.
yeah.
You know who that is? Is it coming across?
Oh, Neil Young, Crazy Horse.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, come on.
Hang on.
All right.
Oh, here's one for Richard.
What we got here?
Gotta be. It's on there somewhere. It's gotta be.
That's a hard one to read.
There it is. Where are my fingers?
Is that the New World Tour?
This is Paul McCartney World Tour 1990, 8 p.m.
Okay, so that isn't the new.
Seattle Kingdom.
That isn't the New World Tour. That's the World Tour. Okay.
Well, guess what? I was able to hear a full Paul McCartney concert without even going. That's my kitchen behind over there. If you roll up the window, the Tiger Stadium, or they call it Comerica Park, is only a block and a half over. When they do live concerts, I can hear it as clear as a bell. I guess it was about 4 or 5 years ago he came to Detroit, and I could hear everything from his rehearsals in the early part of the day to the full. I literally fell asleep and woke up, and I could hear him, and I just sat there, and he played Hey Jude. I mean, he was Live and Let Die, and I'm like, wow, I can hear it so. What is? Oh, that's Rolling Stones, right?
That was the Stones.
Yeah.
We're gonna miss Billy Joel this summer.
Was he going to tour?
I think he was supposed to do Comerica Park this year.
Yeah, I saw Billy Joel back in the early 80s when I was in the Navy in San Diego, and was sitting right next to Christy Brinkley, and I didn't even know it.
Tom wants to know how that Paul show was from afar.
the was great. He sounded fantastic, but that was, like I said, that was 4 or 5 years ago. He sounded great.
No, Starman.
Hi, Starman. Great name.
Oh, dude.
I've got my David Bowie ticket stub here too. But this Rolling Stones one, Michael, is from November 2nd, 1989. So last year, the 1980s, I saw the Stones.
What was out around 97? If it wasn't Steel Wheels, what was it?
Maybe the Babylon Lounge.
Maybe it
Or
was.
what was that?
I don't know what the album was.
Voodoo Lounge, and then there was Bridges of Babylon. Bridges to Babylon.
One of those.
Paul knows.
Paul knows, but he's keeping mum about it.
Which came first, Bridges or Voodoo?
Oh, Voodoo.
I'm pretty sure. I think Voodoo did.
I think Voodoo came out in what, 94? Something like that.
Tom says Bridges.
Listen, no offense to you guys, but I'm not nearly as in a lot of this as you guys are. But and then sometimes people drag me to shows. As a matter of fact, I'm not even a.
Who's your favorite band? Who's your favorite act? Your favorite group? Your favorite music?
Artist.
I'm really heavy ambient. Brian Eno is one of my mentors. But I think Roxy Music is one of the greatest bands ever. Brian Ferry is
Brian Ferry, yeah.
Saw him just last year here. He was phenomenal. His voice has not.
He's a massive Bob Dylan fan. Didn't he do Bob Dylan's kind of discography in a series of performances, concerts?
Well, no, he actually came out with an album called Dylan-esque, and the album is all of Dylan covers.
Yeah, that's
but even when he was in Roxy Music, he did solo albums during Roxy Music, and a lot of those solo albums he covers "Don't Worry Baby" by the Beach Boys. The thing that I like about Brian Ferry is that he can take an original songwriter and interpret it even better than the original. Not in every case, but in most cases. His version of "Sympathy for the Devil," I think, is better than the Rolling Stones. And
Look what I picked up yesterday.
What is that?
Oh, hi, yeah, the high.
Paul McCartney off the ground.
Wow.
Really hard to find.
Is that
Oh
the
man,
I'm
trying not to
UK
talk here.
press.
So I'm trying. Oh man, Paul, I'm trying not to talk here because I don't want to start any more problems on this. But
don't do that, Richard. We're kind of we're in a vibe here. I don't want to do anything to upset folks.
Let's listen to Paul. I want to hear Paul talk about this album.
It's
Please.
really hard this album.
yeah, that was nice. That was
But it's really hard to find on vinyl, and
yeah, that looks.
I got
that looks good.
I got it sealed. It was sealed.
Rachel,
Yeah.
bam. There's mine.
Oh boy. Okay.
Bowie.
What year?
97. That was when he was working with.
I just got the Japanese version.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got one
UK
too.
press.
Everybody show you're off the grounds.
Now that I can't pull out. I got a bunch of McCartney. I can't pull out off the ground. I don't have that one.
Go ahead, Paul.
No, I was just saying it's I like it, and it's really hard to find on vinyl. So
Somebody recently was
I
just
need that.
on the VC. Just like yesterday or the day before, somebody actually had that. But
No.
nice when you can get one that's hard to get.
So what is your take, Rachel and Paul? Because some of these guys have a big beef about press.
Press
Do
to
you
play.
Do you like press to play or either of you?
I can't stand it. I can't stand that album. Honestly,
What do you got there?
that album stopped me from buying McCartney albums.
Oh,
for
yeah.
20 years. I wouldn't.
Oh,
It turned me off so much. I stopped buying his albums. I
Wow.
was horrible. No, I tried
don't know what you're missing,
I tried to
Paul.
play it about a year ago, and I got through side one. I couldn't flip it. I was just so sick of it.
What about
You don't know what you're
Not like
missing,
that
Paul.
at all.
What about you,
You know-
Rachel?
You don't know what you're missing.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Richard. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
You don't know what you're missing, Paul.
Yeah, I do.
Great.
Right.
Wow. For my opinion, Michael, is when Paul McCartney came out with Tug of War, that was the last Paul McCartney album I bought. But so we're going back to 1982. I finished that one. Then the next one came out. My buddy said Back to the Egg was a very good album. I should give it a chance. He told me that like back in the 80s. But you'll be all proud of me because I just picked this up.
Aha!
Yeah.
Flaming Pie, because Norman Maslow, who somebody I really admire in the VC, he was talking about Flaming Pie, and when he was doing a thing on the Beatles with his buddy David.
No, Beatle Brad, you're not the only one. I love Press to Play.
But anyway, so it was about Flaming Pie in terms of that case. So I bought Flaming Pie based on Norman Maslow's evaluation. And I'll do that a lot in terms of if Paul shows something. Paul was the one that taught me about the labels. So the different capital labels, this is this issue and that. I was born in 58. So that means that when I was getting into the Beatles, it was the red album that got me in. But then I went for the gold, or the orange and gold capital, because in the 70s, when I was 15 years old, now puberty's hit, and I'm all rearing to go, and I'm now putting away my G.I. Joe and all that stuff, and I'm getting into music. And so the Beatles were my gateway drug to everything else, just music.
When you said the red album, I had a double Beatles double album on a red vinyl. Is that the one you're talking about?
No, I'll show it to you. Well, it could be the same. You could have had it on red.
Yeah,
it kills me that I was in a state where I had to sell it. Yeah, I had that one. Oh my God, I'm so stupid. I don't have it.
Yeah, it was released in Canada on red, and Japan
I had
on red vinyl too.
I had it on red.
So this was my gateway drug into the Beatles, the red album. My parents had friends of theirs. They had a copy of it at their house. And I said, can I put on the headphones and listen to your album? And they said, sure, get the kid out of the way. And I put it on and went away. Oh, thank you, Kimba. Yeah, he is really wonderful. And I mean, so many people in the VCR, but I'm a big Norman Maslow fan. So he was kind of the guy that got me into doing the YouTube, but
there it is. I had it. I used to have that.
Give me.
Crazy, I don't have it now. Because I like, don't get me wrong. It's some cool stuff, but I really like this super. I like the original stuff. I'm sorry, what'd you say, Doc?
I said, when you have those Beatles ones that are on the red and the blue vinyl, just don't loan them out to your friends that the only record players they have are old hi-fis that have a nail for the needle.
Oh, yeah.
So when are you going to give me my records back? And it was a while, and finally, here's your albums back. And I took them home, and I put them on, and I was like, I'm like, what did you have for a needle? Needle? What's that?
I very original master sleeves. There you go.
Yeah, I'm very protective of all my records. Everything's babied.
Yep.
I love quiet vinyl. I have a pretty good stereo system. So I've got
those are anti-stats, right? Those are anti-static sleeves, right?
They are, yeah, and they cost like you pay for them up here.
Oh yeah, they cost yeah. And how many do you get for $32?
I got
that looks gorgeous.
A pack of 50.
Oh my God, that's a lot.
That's gorgeous.
That is beautiful.
That is
blue. Oh my God.
Beatle Brad, did you see that?
That's the blue one.
Yeah.
Oh.
I like the earlier Beatles better, but I am a big fan of the later stuff, particularly Yellow Submarine. I love.
Yeah, and they like that.
I think one of the great strengths of the Beatles, Michael, is that they kept evolving, so that there's bands that like the Monkees came out and they kind of captured the Beatles
I love, I love the Monkees.
They're great, but they captured the Beatles circa 1965. They don't evolve, and the bands that didn't evolve, then they go by the wayside. They become denoted or marked for a certain period of time. One of the great strengths of the Beatles is that they are not limited to time. Now, their earlier albums, like, you know, if you're getting Please Please Me or something, yes. But by the time you're getting to Abbey Road, it set the standard for recording standards for the next 20, 30 years. And so it holds up so very, very well and isn't really dated to 1969 at all.
Yeah. But actually, the Monkees came out with an album about, I guess, 4 years ago. It was just before Davy Jones died.
Davy Jones, yeah.
And it got great critical reviews, considering how long it had been.
Yeah. Now, if they're doing new material, that's a gorgeous album as well.
Yes, it is. There you go. There you go. That's it.
I think I saw you show that one, Doc, in an earlier video.
Do you like it, Doc?
I like it.
It is a good album. And they got some killer people helping them write songs on there too.
They always did. They always did.
Well, they went back to the idea of having people write their songs for them because, like, come on, except for Michael Nesmith, they really can't write songs.
Yeah, Nesmith's brilliant. I mean, he did Joanne, which was such a beautiful song. It was a big hit up here in Canada.
All of Nesmith's songs are cool. I love all of his songs.
And Different Drum was such a great hit for Linda Ronstadt. Of course, Michael covered his own version of it as well.
Yeah, Pleasant Valley Sunday, and it's just great stuff.
Yeah, that's a good tune.
The Good Times album. It's good stuff.
Now, Doc, were you back when you were a kid? You're younger than me, but did you get the Monkees ring out of the Shreddies?
Actually, I'm older than you.
I'm born in 58.
I was born in 56.
Doc, you're older than me.
So when the Beatles were on Ed Sullivan, I was there.
I was there too, Doc. I do remember them.
Remember the big argument? Are you a first generation Beatles fans? Blah blah blah.
Yeah, that was good.
I was there. I remember watching Ed Sullivan.
I do too. Only it's really but we all gathered around we all sat on the couch, the whole family, and we watched it. It's blurry, but I do remember.
That's how it happened.
Oh, Michael Nesmith. Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He did do solo stuff too.
Oh, of course.
Oh, a lot of solo stuff.
And do you know that he's credited as the one that helped to launch MTV?
I believe
his mom,
he did
invented liquid paper.
Yes, that's why he didn't have to go back to those monkey reunions. He was filthy rich. He did not have
liquid paper.
The other one, he did a great comedy video called Elephant Parts that came out around 1982, 1983.
Yes.
Well, that was in support of this album. That's basically this album, where this album was out at the same time. Elephant Parts. It's pretty good too. It's pretty good little video. It's a whole sort of variety show sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's quite good.
It's a vignettes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
The only thing back in the
we did a song on here. It's called what was it? Cruising. I think I saw that video and I thought I got to get that album, so I bought the album. Pretty good stuff.
The only thing back in the Monkees days is that when Michael Nesmith was writing songs, his songs were all country flavored, and that's not really what they wanted for Monkees material. So like it was almost like a George Harrison thing. Well, we'll give you a couple cuts on the album just to appease you, but they were good songs. I do like them, but that's not what they wanted as Monkees songs, for
so Neil Diamond, Boyce and Hart, those guys come in and start taking the lion's share for them.
You have a Facebook page, Rachel?
Pardon me?
You have a Facebook page?
I do, but I'll never invite the VC into my Facebook.
Ooh.
Why? You want me?
Because I tend to, I can get more political there, and this is just pure music, and I don't do any politics. But I mean, and I'm telling you, Facebook is such a toxic environment. I wouldn't put anybody into Facebook. In fact, I tell you to close your Facebook. Get rid of it.
Rachel, I think me and you are pretty much probably the same, or probably on the same political side.
I just don't go anywhere with that. I like everybody. I'm with her. I'm with him. I'm with everybody.
I'm still waiting for Beatle Brad to turn his.
Yeah, I want Beatle Brad. I want Beatle Brad to come on to my
in fact, actually, the only way we can prove if it is really Beatle Brad, he has to come on.
Yeah,
that's probably why he won't come on.
I think the real Beatle Brad would come on. Yeah. I think the real Beatle Brad would do airtime.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I don't want to like turn you off from here or anything, Rachel. Think I'm like this big jerk. I just can't.
Should I ordain it as president, emperor, whatever, to get Beatle Brad on here? Should I command it?
Command
Rachel.
him.
Command it, Brad. I command you to come on.
Rachel, I don't want you to think like I'm a big jerk or anything. This guy has me so irritated.
Richard, I never think that of you, so you don't have to worry about that. I think good things about you.
Okay.
Come on, Brad.
So did you get my command, Beatle Brad? You're supposed to come on. I expect your obedience.
I like the first Boston album. I bought it once upon a time. I don't have it anymore, but I did have it at one time.
I bought a reissue of the first Boston album. It sounds fantastic. It was a remaster on vinyl. It sounded fantastic. I
wore that album out.
Yeah,
it's really hit or miss with the re-releases.
Yeah, the reissue is like 180 grand. It sounds fantastic.
Ooh, wow, it's good to know.
I bought it used. I thought, I'll take a chance, and it was really amazing. Sounds fantastic. Trying to find
Beatle Brad. Your public award.
Hey, over there.
Austin. Great album.
Now, was that the original issue or a remastered one?
This original.
Ooh.
And Brad Delp killed himself. Doggone it. The lead singer, he committed suicide.
Yeah. He was a huge Beatles fan as well. He had a Beatles tribute band that he was basically touring around with, which is true, Michael. And I forget it was a Beatle-y name that they gave the thing as well. I should have my phone here so I can search the internet and not mess around with. I don't want to mess my screen up. It reminds me of Oasis when they talk to Noel. They talk to Noel Gallagher. And they go to Noel. They say, so what would you like to do, after Oasis finishes? And he goes, oh, I don't know, maybe form a Beatles tribute band. And then somebody goes, hey, isn't Oasis already a Beatles tribute band? So,
I think this was out in 2009. That's the Boston debut. It sounds fantastic. It really does.
Okay.
Good. It's 180 gram vinyl.
Yeah, because the original one, if I remember correctly, is Columbia, isn't it?
No, I think it could be in the States. It was Epic in Canada.
I think it was Columbia here. I can't. I don't have that one anymore, so I don't even remember.
Yeah, sounds really good.
Actually, well. Yeah, but Columbia and Epic are basically the same anyway.
Yeah. I think it was Columbia. I don't know.
Good stuff.
Also, Epic in the U.S.
I guess. I don't know. I think maybe the Columbia thing was on there somewhere. I don't know. I seem to remember Columbia.
Hey, FitToBe TieDyed though. What kind of receiver you got there?
Oh, that's
reminds me of my old fishing. It reminds me of my fishing. Yeah, what kind?
It's a Techniques 54 or 70.
Of course, it would be.
65 watts a side. I bought it in 78.
Very
Yeah.
empty.
What do you got there, Rachel?
That's Boston's label.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the orange.
That's, now I remember it. Yeah.
It's US Epic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And and your turntables there,
Those two are that's a dual 721 and that's a dual 1249.
Well, I've redone my apartment, but right over here in the corner. Well, wait a minute. Right there.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a classic Technics 1977.
Yep.
It was the kind of turntables that the DJs used, not going out in the field, but the DJs used at their radio stations.
My best turntable is the one down here. It's a JVC.
Oh, those are nice.
Oh, it's amazing. That's a gorgeous turntable.
Cool. Oh, dude, and that's another thing I sold years ago when I was down. I'm got to get another reel-to-reel. You got a reel-to-reel.
Yeah, it's a Sony.
People
that thing. I think it was 69. I think that thing was 1969.
It's hard to get them now. People are asking a lot for them.
Oh yeah.
You know,
big shout out to Harry Zatos, who I believe is in Australia. There he is there. He's a real support to my channel, so I just want to say thank you, Harry, because I'm online doing this stuff.
Oh, cool. Harry, I've been to Australia. I've been to Perth. Are you anywhere near Perth? Perth is awesome. Oh my God!
It would be amazing if we got Harry Zlatos on here, because no one's ever seen him. No one has ever seen Harry Zlatos.
So Beatle Brad asked, "How does he get on?" You sent him a link, Doc?
Yeah, I put the link up there, and I haven't seen him type anything, so I think he's working on it.
Okay.
And tell him he has to shut off YouTube, like close the program and just do this.
So it doesn't
finally, Beatle Brad's coming on. Maybe I can get my blood. Maybe I can get my blood pressure up. Maybe I can get my blood pressure under control now.
So this guy must be hardcore, man. Everybody's like,
we all love Beatle Brad.
Wow.
He's just got one of the larger Beatle channels. He's got like 2,000 plus subs, something like that, maybe more.
Okay.
And a puppy dog.
And a beautiful dog. Yeah, new dog for him. They recently lost his longtime family.
Head. Oh yeah.
Edwin. I love Edwin. He's on the Vancouver Island with me. He's about 2 hours away from me. That's a pretty green vinyl guy. Okay. And he just finished doing he just finished doing a 90-minute discussion of Neil Young's discography with Norman Maslow. And it's worth the price of admission. I mean, they go through everything. It's really well done.
So Edwin's on the island, is he? I didn't know that.
He is, yeah.
Oh, okay.
When are you doing your next contest, Rachel?
Well, I just hit 350 subscribers, so that's a big one.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you, everyone. I just, the VC has been very, very good and very gracious to me. So
and how long have you had your channel?
January 6th was my first upload.
Wow, and you got 300 and something already. That's really, really pumping it. That's great. Well,
everybody goes transsexual. I gotta just watch just for the giggles. But everybody's been really good, and I'm a Beatle fan. I think there's a lot of Beatle fans out there, so a lot of people just want to watch Beatles content. I mean, that's how I found Paul and Beatle Brad and all these great channels.
Oh, it's 7 a.m. in Australia.
It's never too early to come on. I think Beatle Brad's still working on it.
So my next contest will probably be when I hit the 400 mark. So everybody get out and subscribe to Rachie.
I will after I get off here. I will definitely, Rachel.
Thank you, Michael. I really do appreciate everyone's support. Everybody's been very kind to me.
How often do you do live streams?
This was really spontaneous, of a serendipitous meeting.
Okay, just when it happens. It happens when it happens.
Just started this is kind of the second one I've ever done.
Oh, I see. Okay, so
I did one with Norman Maslow. James Griffiths over in the UK did one where you start with one album and link around till, you start with, say, Norman Smith was the engineer on the Beatles' first album, and then you go Norman Smith, then he went over and he was the producer for Pink Floyd, and then Pink Floyd also featured David Gilmour, and then you go Gilmour played with McCartney on this album, and it just goes around until you always end up back with Norman Smith and the first album.
Sounds like 7 Degrees of Separation, one of those things.
It's exactly that. Everybody knows everybody. It was once said that the music industry is an exceptionally incestuous business. And that basically means that everybody plays with everybody. So you don't have to travel too far before you know somebody in one band that's associated with somebody in another. It's only natural.
And everybody shares a common story. We're getting ripped off.
Yeah, there is that. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, and so many. 500 mark. Hey, I always wonder about that. If I'm McCartney, or, well, maybe not Paul, but yeah, maybe not Ringo either, but some celebrity you think of does music would be looking in on these things because they're human. They're wondering what's going on. Yeah, like if say Paul's doing a review of a Beatles album, or or some Stones, I'd be kind of curious what the word on the street is about my work, So it's possible.
I guess. I mean, at this late time in his life, does he ever get tired of the accolades? I wonder. Or does he sit around going, hey, I've done pretty much everything I can do. I appreciate what everybody's saying, but hey, in the end, I'm just a normal guy,
I think I don't think he spends a lot of time looking back.
I don't think so either.
And I think it's like him and Ringo are both, well, all four were just really down to earth people. Until John met Yoko, but
here we go.
Another conversation. But even John was really a down to earth guy, and I don't think.
Well, I don't know. You might be sugarcoating that a bit. FitToBe TieDyed.
Well, he was just a regular guy. I mean, he stayed at home to raise his kid.
Oh yeah.
I don't think any of them spent a lot of time looking back.
Oh no. What I meant was that a lot of people will tell you that John Lennon was a very difficult guy, though. He wasn't an easy guy. He wasn't an easy guy to get along with.
I think a lot of people will tell you that about McCartney too.
Sorry,
guys, they got egos.
I actually know a couple of people who felt like they were literally shunned by Paul McCartney when they met him.
Yeah, see, there you go. So no, but I think just personally, I don't think. You don't look back. I don't see McCartney as a type. He's always looking ahead,
Yeah.
And I don't think he spends a lot of time living in the past.
Oh, real quickly, like I said, I've got several McCartney albums. I had never purchased Press to Play until I heard everybody in the community, no, I hate it. I love it. I hate it. I love it. So I went ahead and I went on YouTube. And I listened to it. Okay, so I'm a musician, but I'm also a producer. So whenever I'm doing work for people, there is a lot of what makes an album appealing and pleasant to you is how the songs were actually formatted as one song leads into the next song, as leads into the next song, as leads into the next song, can make a monumental difference. So what I did was went to YouTube, saw the album, went online, purchased it, downloaded. I took that album and I put the songs in different order. That album, it changed. When I listened to it the first time, I was like, I think I like the song here. Oh, well, this is okay. Oh, I really like. And so I literally took the whole thing and I put all the songs in different sequences. And I think it's stellar.
Yeah.
It changes listening.
Oh, finally.
There he is.
Hey.
Oh, look at that, a butcher cover.
There you go.
Oh, wait a minute.
The original ad from Sears for the Beatles yesterday and today.
What?
Wow.
That's an original
This
ad.
guy is hard. He is hardcore.
To start off, everybody, hey, glad to see each and every one of you. I am so happy. Sorry it took me so long to get on, but you know, you can only get a computer down to cell block 5 so quickly.
I'm honored. As though, even though I don't know you well, Beatle Brad, everybody here says that you are just awesome. So I'm glad I was here for the christening. This is awesome.
I'm very glad to meet you. Definitely, you've got a great channel.
We were patient waiting for you, Brad, because frankly, we don't have high expectations.
Speak for yourself, FitToBe TieDyed.
Paul is my buddy. Paul's my friend. So
Hey, you guys did a great team up on the Canadian albums. As another Canadian, me, Doc, Paul, thumbs up on the Canadian content.
Well, Doc and I are only like 10 to 15 minutes from each other.
Wow.
I'm in Detroit and he's right across the bridge or the tunnel in Windsor. So he can literally be on my side or I can be on his side in like 10 minutes.
You guys need a couple of soup cans and a really long string.
Glad to see you, Rachel.
Thank you very much.
How you been, Brad?
Looking great. Yeah, I'm doing good. Yeah, doing all right.
Mrs. Brad. Hello.
Is that Mrs. Beatle Brad?
Look at that. Hey.
All right.
Yep.
So Brad, how long have you been on YouTube?
Well, I'm coming up on 37 years now. No, I'm kidding. Wow, that's neat. Rachel, there you go.
Oh, I missed it, Rachel. What was it? I'm sorry, I didn't see it.
Well, in honor of Beatle Brad being here,
Oh, there you go.
it's Beatles memorabilia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got one of those too. That's neat.
Brad,
Can I see some stuff? Can I see some stuff, Brad? Oh, is that your wife?
Yes.
Yeah, Mrs. Beatle Brad's here.
Hi, Mrs. Beatle Brad.
I'm Mrs. Beatle Brad.
Hi, I'm trying to make his screen bigger. I can't figure it out.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine.
you look good here.
Yeah.
Trying to make the whole thing larger, 'cause
Richard never does anything. He's always looking like he's on a cell phone. and then he's always cutting off half of his gorgeous.
Michael, don't.
Richard, you're a handsome guy. Why can't we see the rest of your face?
I'm not talking to you right now because
That's okay.
I'm not talking to you right now because I don't want to bring the cat down. So
All right, buddy.
Richard, do you use a laptop to do your uploads on?
Yeah, I do. I use it. Yeah, I load the videos from my phone.
Oh, okay.
Glad to see you.
I use the laptop to do my live chat.
So Brad, I'm sorry, Richard, I didn't mean to interrupt, but Brad, are you out of Canada as well?
Oh, there's Edwin.
No, I'm in the U.S.
Hey, Edwin.
Oh, okay. I'm in Detroit, Michigan. That's where
I've been to Detroit many times. It's a
Have
great
you?
area.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Detroit's rocking. Yeah.
Brad, what's your home state?
State of mind, like you guys were saying, but no, I'm North Carolina.
That's a Beatle Brad.
Oh, you're North Carolina as well.
Yeah, I'm North Carolina.
All right.
And it's dark down
I'm
there.
always happy to see Brad.
There's a storm going on down there, isn't there?
Yes, what Kimba said, God bless you, Brad. We know you've had your health struggle.
Yeah.
And I'm so thankful that you were able to come through this battle. And so, we wish you, what is it? I can't do it, but live long and
live long and prosper.
Yeah, there you go. I appreciate it.
How have you been?
I actually, matter of fact, I've run into complications, and I'm going back in the hospital next week. They gotta put me back under and everything else. So.
Oh no.
For those of us that pray, I do identify as a Christian, so I will be praying for you, Brad. We care about you. So
praise God. Yeah, he's
good.
You're gonna be fine, Brad.
I went through 2 severe cancer operations, but this isn't really cancer. They just had some blockage
Right.
from
arteries.
No, it's blockage from the tubing that they put in my stomach, which I didn't realize. And I had the operation done at PetSmart, so you know when you get.
I love you, Brad.
So they're going to get in there with a couple of big.
Do you know what? There's an old Bible saying that says a merry heart does good like a medicine. So that's a very good approach to everything,
Yeah.
Brad.
It's in Proverbs in the Old Testament, definitely.
Brad, when you get in the operating room, if you see a tray full of pipe cleaners, get up and get out of there.
There you go. There you go. Well, I was scheduled to have the operation and all the procedure and stuff at Toys R Us, but they've recently closed, as I found out through Doc. So,
and if your doctor is Mo Howard, that would be a bad thing.
Yeah.
yeah,
You don't
Yeah,
want
you had the Beatle haircut. There is that.
yeah.
Mo
I
Howard.
just got my hair done because the barbershops here in North Carolina have been closed for. I haven't gotten my hair cut in about 5 weeks now.
5 weeks. I've gone
Oh.
2 months.
Oh, God,
Yeah, I've
it's
been cussing
months.
it for a long time. So, but yeah, I finally got it cut.
It's been months since I got my hair cut.
Go ahead, Paul.
I said Brad got both of them cut.
That's right, I did. They lowered my ears.
Yeah, I can't wait to see my barber again. I
I'm
miss
going there on Tuesday to get mine done finally.
Hey, Doc, wasn't your hair shorter like a week ago? It looked like you had gotten it cut. No.
well,
One of your last videos, because I think I complimented. I said, "Nice haircut," or at least I thought you had gotten one. Maybe
Yeah,
just
that was a few weeks ago, I think.
was that a clip you did yourself?
It was me and the scissors.
It looked good, man. Considering that you did it yourself, that looked fine.
One big gouge right about here, but oh well.
Yeah, Harry
Art.
Photos just put out enough, and it's something I'd like to draw attention to because we're all here. Steve Carlson, he lives in Midland, Michigan, where they were hit with all the flooding. There's another fellow Canadian, Chris Vinyl Blues Guy. So if you go Blues Guy Vinyl and do that as one word, yes, what Harry, you see it down below where Harry, he's doing an auction right now in support of Steve. So
Oh wow!
he lost 10,000 plus records.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Oh,
Yeah,
That would be like washing away Beatle Brad's room.
So
Oh my God!
Oh.
Look at Beatle Brad.
So
Oh,
not that I want to hurt our viewing audience here, but anyone so inclined that wants to go support Steve Carlson.
thanks for sharing that with everybody. That's good.
oh my
and
God!
don't forget to go try to save me, Mr. Mayo's record store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a record store.
Well,
going on with
record store
that?
that he goes to.
Okay.
He's got a GoFundMe thing set up, so you can
So
go
was
to
the,
help him save the record store.
Why?
Look, the record store done his nowhere to go.
Go
Yeah,
ahead,
I
Paul.
was asking Joe if it would be better if the owner owner just wants donations, or if I could buy something from him, or what.
So
No,
why are they doing this?
GoFundMe site.
Doc, why are they doing this?
He's about to lose his record store, and he's a couple months behind in rent because we've had the close down and everybody shut down. So he hasn't had any business, and so he's got a good possibility of losing his record store. So Joe started a GoFundMe to help Joe out, which is the name of the guy that owns the record store. It's not the same Joe, but he owns this record store, and that's the one that Joe does his videos from.
Yeah.
So he's
They're one of the stuff they have is incredible. I mean,
I want to tell my Elliot Mint story because Edwin just made a comment about John Lennon. He goes, John was fine as long as he didn't drink. Elliot Mintz tells a story where he goes, John would have a brandy and then he'd kind of start to loosen up. And then John Lennon would have 2 brandies and he'd start telling a tale or two. And then he'd have 3 brandies and then he'd start to snarl. And then it would spiral down there.
well, he was drunk when he hit. He was drunk when he hit Cynthia. Cynthia, wasn't he?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
The other problem with Elliot Mintz is Elliot Mintz changes his stories for sensationalism. A lot of times, Elliot Mintz was not around when a lot of those incidents took place. So Elliot Mintz, in lots of ways, was just out to sell and to promote his own book.
Okay.
And Elliot Mintz was pretty much fired for stealing a lot of albums from John's private collection of demos that he did. And Elliot Mintz changes his stories very frequently, and he's not very accurate on a lot of his conversations about it.
I've never even heard of this guy.
Elliot Mintz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he was Yoko's personal assistant or something, wasn't he?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was in the Dakota, and also when they traveled, Elliot Mintz kind of took care of Sean.
Yeah.
Also of a nanny in that regards as well.
Well, Alice Cooper talks a lot about John because he's part of the Hollywood Vampires, right? And
Yeah.
he says John and Harry Nelson used to get into arguments over politics when they got drinking. that was the thing. So
What is that? Rachel, what is that?
But Elliot Mintz,
the Vampires.
Oh, look, there's me, Mr. Leo. Hey,
Elliot Mintz is a
Hollywood
good guy.
Vampires.
how are you doing?
Now, who's all in the Hollywood Vampires?
Johnny Depp and Joe Perry
Paul FitToBe TieDyed.
and Joe Perry, Alice Cooper, and Johnny Depp are the three main guys. And then they have like Mick Mars has come in from a Motley Crue and different. Exactly. Yeah.
And Paul FitToBe TieDyed's in part of it.
Uh-huh.
Paul McCartney's on this album.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
John was
How many albums did they come out with?
just two.
So far.
Do they?
This is all covers. The first album is all covers. They do a cover of Whole Lotta Love with Brian Johnson singing lead. It's better than Zeppelin's version.
Oh, get the heck out of here!
It is. It's amazing.
Brian Johnson from AC/DC?
Yeah. It's better than the Zeppelin version.
Oh well, now, hey, Brian Johnson's the man.
Yeah.
But wow, that's
If
quite
Paul
impressive.
says that, it says a lot. Then if Paul FitToBe TieDyed, if he says it, it's got to be good.
They do a couple of Doors covers where Robbie Krieger's playing guitar on them.
Oh, there you go.
Really?
Which is
Love
pretty
the
cool.
Doors.
It's just
Really?
You want to show me today?
Paul, which album
You
do
want
you
to show me today, Brad?
This is the end, my friend.
There's the
which of the two albums do you prefer?
I prefer the first one. I don't know if you can see that, but there's the artists.
Okay. So it's a rotating ensemble of people.
Yeah. Yeah, the core band is Alice, Johnny Depp, and Joe Perry.
Now, what is Johnny Depp playing?
He plays guitar and he does some singing too.
I know I've seen him on shows before.
Sings
you
on-
know,
Paul, when they were doing the Pirates of the Caribbean movie with the Paul, then they actually jammed together a little bit, I think.
Oh. Yeah, every once in a while, Hollywood stars get lucky. Like, is John Stamos still drumming with the Beach Boys?
Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah,
if
John
he-
Stamos from what was that, Full House?
Full House.
Yeah.
He was drumming with the Beach Boys all the way back in as far back as the early 90s. He would come on to the stage on different shows, and he actually did a tour with them as a drummer for a while.
Wow. I thought Richard was drumming with the Beach Boys. Weren't you, Richard?
I can't drum.
Ah.
I
Yeah.
can't.
But
John
John Stamos and the Beach Boys.
Brad, you weren't
I
here to
can't
see
drum.
this, but look,
Yeah, I saw that. Congratulations, still sealed. I bought mine when it came out on vinyl, and
Yeah.
I haven't shown it yet because I've got a backlog of 6 more years until I get to that album.
You have like you have everything in existence, probably.
Yeah, I went out shopping yesterday and got a bunch more new stuff. That's
Oh,
really
God.
great.
Let's keep doing it.
Another video to make my mouth water, Brad.
Yeah. You guys haven't seen anything yet. Wait till I start pulling out the big
Oh,
stuff.
God, I can only imagine what it is.
Wow.
Did you get Paul McCartney's guitar?
No, he's got John Lennon's Rolls Royce in the garage.
Yeah, he has that. I wouldn't be surprised if he had that.
John Lennon's Rolls Royce. Yeah. That's actually a very good collectible. That's hand painted and made.
Yeah, but nobody has Doc's cookie jar.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. That's true.
cookie
That's
jar?
a.
You got anything else? You got anything you want to show me, Brad?
Oh, I got tons of stuff I could show you. I just, like I said, just got this the other day. This is the original promotional poster for yesterday and today.
How do you even?
From Sears.
Oh,
My
Wow.
God. How do you even find?
$$2.65.
Yeah, well, that's the good old days of buying vinyl.
That was a steal.
Yeah, that's for sure. Boy, I tell you, you can't do that now.
How do
Hey,
you
Brad, check out Joe's comment.
What's Joe saying? I didn't bring my glasses again. I'm sitting.
Brad
here
was
going,
thinking of Fred.
Fred Seaman. Not Elliot Mintz.
So Brad's correcting the point you were making about Elliot Mintz. He's saying that you were thinking of Fred Seaman as opposed to Elliot Mintz. It was
Fred Seaman just as bad, if not worse. Yeah, Joe's right.
Wow.
Fred Seaman. Oh my gosh! Every time that guy comes on, he's like Jerry Schilling with Elvis. It's like, well, he makes up stuff.
Oh man.
Have you guys seen the interview with the singer from Toto talking about Ringo Starr and his friendship with Ringo in the Ringo's All-Star Band? He makes the comment that he became friends with Ringo because it wasn't like, oh my God, it's Ringo. There was a personal connection rather than I'm Ringo the star and you're gonna want my hired guns for my ad.
I'm sorry, Rachel. Who are you talking about here? Who are we talking about?
I'm talking in reference to the lead singer of Toto.
Oh,
Bobby Kimball?
Oh yeah, he's still in the band.
He's in Ringo's All-Star Band in the latest incarnation of it.
What's his name?
Jeff
Bobby Kimball, wasn't it? Or was it somebody else?
is it Steve? Is it Steve? Well, there were two brothers. Steve McCarroll was one.
Yeah, but they weren't the lead singer.
Kimball. I think his name was Kimball.
Bobby Kimball.
Yeah, Bobby Kimball.
Yeah,
That's a good album.
I think he's been. Well, there's some static between the band anyway. He's been wanting to go back and sing with him or something. I don't know what's going on.
This is the lineup I saw when I saw Ringo.
yeah.
So a lot of people, Niels Lofgren,
Oh, I love Nils.
and Joe Walsh here, of course. Rick Danko no longer with us. Lee Von Helm no longer with us. Jim Keltner. Dr. John no longer with us. Clemens no longer with us. Billy Preston no longer with us.
Yeah.
But it was really amazing to see Billy Preston.
So the lesson here is
I was hoping to get to see them. I was hoping to get to see Ringo this year, but
The lesson here was what, Paul?
the lesson is don't play in Ringo's band because you're going to die.
Thank you, Stephen. Stephen Schnee has got the answer.
Yeah, he said that Steve Lukather is Ringo.
Oh, Luke is still in the band. Yeah.
It's Steve Lukather who I'm thinking of. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you.
Well, he's still in the band. In fact, Ringo's last album, he co-wrote a number of the songs on it.
Yeah, and then Jeff. Which one, Jeff or Steve, is still alive? Is it Jeff?
Steve Carroll. Yeah.
I wish Bill Hudson.
And Michael, this is my point: is that Steve Lukather tells the story. You know, he's nervous. He's meeting Ringo. He was at and so they said, "Hey, Ringo's here. Do you want to meet Ringo?" And he's like all freaked out. And so Ringo, he said he was so nice, and because Steve kind of related to him as a friend, and Ringo is kind of guarded because we're talking, Brad, this speaks to Brad's point about people with celebrities, how they can use them, or maybe they have alternative motives for getting close to them.
Usually they're opportunists.
Yeah, the person is obscured by their stardom, by the veneer and by the mythos that surrounds their person. I mean, this is a thing that pissed off Phil Collins about Paul, because like, oh, look, our little Phil's a Beatles fan. And of course,
oh, really? So Paul, so he talked down to Phil?
According to Phil Collins, yes.
Yeah. Huh.
But is it true or not? That I don't know. That's just Phil's perspective.
Oh, why would Phil Collins want to fabricate?
Because Phil Collins also was in Hard Day's Night.
That's right.
Get out of here.
That's
I
right.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Phil Collins was in Hard Day's Night as an extra.
Yeah.
I watched our date night about a few months ago. I didn't even pay attention.
Well,
When
Phil's
they were doing their television studio scene, he was in the audience.
yes.
Yeah.
But his part is cut from the actual movie, so you can't
Oh.
look for him in the movie to find him.
I've got it. I've
Cutting
got
room floor.
Well,
Cutting room.
you got a version of the movie where he's in it, Beatle Brad?
Yeah, I've got it. Yeah.
If anybody's got the obscure stuff, he does. So, that's why you're king, man.
Of course you would have that.
Brad's got a version of the movie with me in it.
Yeah, I helped out in the Beatles anthology when that came out for Apple Corps.
Really? Tell us the
Yeah.
story, please.
Yeah.
It was fun until Apple Corps showed up. No, but yeah, it was good. It was good fun. Yeah, out of the blue. A friend and I said, let's do it as a joke because my friend had some good Beatles stuff and I've got stuff that would blow everybody's mind. I wish I could show it on YouTube. The stuff I've got. I've got
Richard's already blown.
I love Beatle Brad's tour of Liverpool when you went to Liverpool.
Oh, you went to Liverpool, dude?
yeah, and I did a whole thing of London and Liverpool. You gotta check it out. It's a cool
not only
video.
did you get to see all, not only did you get to see all the Beatles stuff, you got the. Oh, I'm sorry if I interrupted you, Beatle Brad.
No, go ahead, Rich.
I was gonna say, not only did you get to see all the Beatles stuff, you got to see Freddie Mercury's house and.
Dude. You
Yeah,
went to Freddie Mercury's crib, man?
yeah. I was in his house actually.
Oh,
Steven's comment is hilarious.
I love Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, I talked my way into the house.
Oh, one of the greatest frontmen ever in the history of music.
You know, if there was a way you could get that, I'm sure Beatle Brad probably would have it in his collection.
It's cool. The house is here, and Freddie Mercury had his house, and then he has his garage across the street. So there's actually a street,
Okay.
and his garage is here, and there's an underground tunnel going to the garage across the street because he would park the car and the fans would be standing out front waiting. And there were so many fans that used to bombard the garage that he had a special staircase built that went down and then across underground of the road and went up into the house.
That's cool. That is so cool.
It's really cool. I wanted to do a video, but the guy wouldn't let me. The guy wouldn't let me. I talked my way into getting into the house, but I found the steps and the staircase for the basement.
Yeah, you gotta say, I'm Beatle Brad.
But
That's right, Doc. He's gotta tout who he is, man. That'll open doors for you.
Hey, Brad's really good at that. If you watch this video, you'll see people go, "Oh, hey, this is for Beatle Brad." It's all branding.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta go. You gotta go. How dare you? Don't you know who I am?
I need to do something. It'd be fun to show. I mean, I've shown some of the other stuff and doing videos. I had actually I talked to him about 6 days ago, but I'm real good friends with John Cougar Mellencamp. I was going to have him on my video.
Oh, there you go.
Do a live chat with him, but he just didn't want to.
Hello, Mr. Mason.
How the hell are you friends with Mellencamp?
Yeah, I've known him for years. He's a jerk.
Wait. Slow down.
Amazing.
Wait. Beatle Brad, did you say he was a jerk?
Yeah, very much so. Johnny, you might be watching me live right now, Johnny. You probably are, but you and I know each other.
All right. Beatle Brad, can you give us an incident?
Oh, how much time you got?
Just give us one.
Beatle Brad, you think it's just Beatle Brad, but I've done a lot of stuff. I played basketball with REO, hung out with the Kinks.
Get out of here. Ray Davies.
Kinky Brad.
Party with Ray Davies. All kinds of people. Went backstage with a lot of these people. Yeah.
That's really cool, Brad. Well,
Some went back to their house.
I know. See, I think there's a story here. It's your late brother that had contact with the music industry.
That's it. There you go. Yeah, I was just about to say that. My brother did. Yeah, you're right. My brother.
All right. At what capacity was he with A&R or what?
My brother was with Sunshine Promotions.
Okay. And who are they known for promoting?
Probably the
Any rock band in the whole entire America, Sunshine Promotions goes through. Any band from Motley Crue to Willie Nelson to Rolling Stones to anybody. They all go. Every single band goes through Sunshine Promotions.
Wow.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah.
I have my own music connection to all these things, but it's so far distantly removed, it doesn't do me any good. But my he was my first cousin 3 times removed, was chairman of the board at EMI. He sent his nephew out to get a new studio for the music company, and that ended up being Abbey Road Studios in St. John's Wood. And so it was my distant cousin that went and picked the building. And my first cousin 3 times removed, Trevor Lloyd, Wynn Williams, he was the chairman of the board for like 30 years, co-founder of British Gramophone. So that's Little Nipper and the dog. So and then my other connection is Tarquin Gotch. So Tarquin Gotch, when we're talking about
I love that name, Tarquin Gotch.
Tarquin Gotch, the Welsh name. Well, part of it is, but he ends up being the manager of Brian Jones. Yeah, there's Snipper.
Yeah, it's an original one from the early 50s.
Yeah, they're extremely collectible. Extremely collectible.
Do you have the gramophone that goes with it?
Yeah, actually, I do. It's all back there. Yeah.
I'm not surprised. Stephen Shani says Beatle Brad owns the word cougar, so that is why John had to revert to Mellencamp again.
John Cougar's beach house is next door to ours down at the beach.
Brad.
Yeah.
I still have one up on you, though.
Oh, you probably do. Yeah, go for it, Richard. Let's hear it.
I still got one up on you though, because I met Paul. So I still got one up on you though. I don't think you've met Paul that I know of. That I know of. Have you?
Paul, Brad, Paul.
Well, Richard was asking you, have you ever met Paul McCartney?
I phoned him.
No, I've written to the fan club. I got his autograph, but that's as far as I got, because when I wrote to the fan club, I did get his autograph, but I know Richard got to meet him, and that's really cool.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah.
I don't know. I got a feeling, and Brad's going to figure a way out. He's going to figure a way to do it. Now,
I got backstage to go see Ringo Starr, and just walked backstage, and there's Clarence Clemens standing there, and I got ready to talk to him, and then the security people wanted to see my badge. And Ringo was about four people away.
Too bad you weren't with me. We'd have gotten back there.
The thing is, I pulled out my phone, and because I was getting ready to videotape. I was getting ready to do a live chat showing I was back in the green room with Ringo. And that's when they came after me.
It is. People don't realize it's easier to get backstage without a pass than you think. But
it is.
You literally, what you have to do is you got to put yourself into a zone. You have to, before you even embark on doing this, you got to put yourself into a zone, and you believe deep inside, I belong here.
Yeah.
If you walk with enough authority and you act like you're supposed to be there, you'd be surprised. And the reason why most people can't do it is because they're gonna choke up, or they're gonna stumble over the words. You have to embody, I belong here, I should be here, and you just walk with authority. And there are times when you'll just keep walking, or you trail people and you just kind of nestle in with them,
God, you see
but
that?
act like you belong.
Yeah. Well, I got backstage and met Mark Hudson and had him sign my CD.
Cool.
Talking to him
I
about
haven't
Ringo, and boy, that changed the subject real
You
quick.
talking about the Hudson brothers?
Yeah.
Yeah, when Ringo was with Mark Hudson.
I watched the Hudson Brothers TV show in the 70s.
That was the
All
coolest.
the time. It was great. I love that.
Dude, I love the Hudson
You
brothers.
are a star.
What
Great.
happened to those guys?
I don't know.
They just
Yeah, I have Mark
disappeared.
Hudson's autograph.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
I love it. That was a great show. It only
I
lasted
loved
what?
it too. It was great.
Hey,
Yeah.
Rachel did. Was it like 2 seasons, if that?
One.
But I remember these.
Oh,
I thought it could have. Yeah, that's about it.
You got to
That was
remember
great.
for Rod Hull and his amazing emu.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
But see, back then there was some really great rock acts that had shows. They just only went like a year. Sonny and Cher
Yeah,
was
you're
one of
right.
the most lucrative ones. They went for
You're right.
Yeah.
several years.
Yeah.
And you talk about bands that sound like the Beatles. Yeah, they did. For sure. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. They were kind of patterned after them. Yeah, but they also broke way for a lot of the more up and coming bands years later. Especially brother bands. But
Oh my God! Look, Steven interviewed Brett Hudson about a year ago.
Cool, Stephen.
Oh wow.
Hey, let me tell you
What?
something, Brad. Stephen Schnee is no pushover. This guy has got some.
Yeah.
Cool. As a matter of fact, Stephen, I still want you to do a voiceover for me. It's only going to be a minute long. I've got it written out, but I need your voice, man.
That
This
would be
guy-
great to have.
This guy is the voice of an announcer. He could do sports, weather.
Yeah, I'd love that myself.
Yeah.
Stephen Schnee's got a
You
great.
guys ever familiar with Andre Crouch?
John Davidson for sure.
Speaking of,
I saw that.
Speaking of brothers.
Stephen, I saw when you posted that. First of all, I hadn't heard from John Davidson in forever. And then, secondly, Stephen, is that a current picture of him? Because if it is, that guy looks great, and he's got to be late 70s, early 80s, isn't he? I mean, the guy looked good, or at least that picture that Stephen Schnee put up.
40 minimum, probably.
Yeah, I'm sorry. What was that, Rachel?
I got to look him up now.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Because
did you ever like Andre Crouch?
Andre
Yeah.
Crouch, I know for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. Gospel.
Yeah, Andre Crouch. He's a great guy. I used to do a lot with him, actually. I got all kinds of pictures. Maybe next chat, I'll bring out pictures of he and I together.
Oh, that picture's about
Great.
15 years old. Okay, I can believe that because he looked. It looked just wait. He looks and sounds great. Oh, he's 78. Yeah, I figured late
Oh, wow,
70s. early 80s.
78. That's great.
He had a show too.
This is no good. Too bright. But yeah, born December 13th, 1941.
You know what the secret is
You're-
to making your screens. You know what the secret is to making TV screens or phone screens. All you have to do is dim. If you dim it, it actually makes the picture more clear when you're showing it. But you have to
Okay.
like if your TV set is on, if you dim the screen, it actually brings the images out and they're not whited out. In other words, yeah.
Yeah.
Good to know.
It works.
Yep.
Just do it.
Just
Yeah.
So when we see Paul FitToBe TieDyed, he'll be showing all kinds of pictures, won't you, Paul?
Well, I don't know.
Paul, a man of few words.
Paul's dozing off.
What sort of pictures did you want to see?
I don't know. After some of your snow pictures, I thought you'd probably show some other stuff.
Oh yeah,
When it was in the winter, you were showing a lot of snow pictures,
yeah.
Hey, Paul, I'm sorry.
That was
What
fun.
state are you in again, or are you Canadian as well?
I'm in British Columbia.
I've always wanted to come there. Yeah. I hear it's awesome there. I've had some friends who visited British
Well,
Columbia.
I'm originally from Ontario, but I moved out
Okay.
here about 19 years ago.
Okay.
So
And you like it, I'm sure, right?
That sounds scary. Just to
yeah,
think
well, there's still parts of Ontario that I missed as well. It's
Yeah.
it's where I
about
was born.
it.
I love Canada.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah, I do too. I really love it.
I mean, they're just super nice there, man. It's just great.
You guys
Yeah.
are just as nice. All stereotype. I love America. I was always saying earlier on the show, I got lots of American relatives, cousins. My grandfather was born in Spokane, so we're like that, you know.
Now,
Two
where are you,
nations born of the same mother, as they say.
Rachel? Where are you located?
I'm just across the water from Paul. I'm in Sydney, British Columbia, Canada.
Wow. Wow.
Well, they can have a meetup.
Kind
When
of
are you gonna have a meetup?
Yeah.
sorry.
So when are you and Paul are gonna have a meetup?
That would be wonderful at some point. You know, if
That'd be great.
he comes over here, you know, I'd take him around, tour him the stores, and I'm sure he would do the same for me if I was in Van.
Like George Carlin used to say, I'm from nowhere.
Well, Canadian bacon is delicious.
I love
Steve.
Garland. I love Garland.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
we got July 1st, which is our, we don't have an Independence Day, but it's kind of, you know, the birth of the nation. We were legislated into existence. And then you guys, July 4th with the American Revolution. The Independence
Right.
Day. So what I want to do is I'll be doing, my upload will be Canadian and American acts, people that are joined together, bands. And
I like that.
That'll be really neat. That'll be great.
The cross-fertilization of the two nations is just unbelievable in music. Like things, one of the great things for me as a Canadian was going down to San Diego and listening to, or I went down and I was at San Diego Zoo. They had a lovely fountain and they were playing California Dreamin'. So to be in California as a Canadian, listening to California Dreamin', that is just a trip. That is like,
that would be cool.
Oh,
I lived in San Diego for 3 years. Oh man, that's a great city. Oh, great city.
And of course, one of the mamas and papas was from Nova Scotia. Wasn't Denny from Nova Scotia?
Denny Doherty.
Oh, yeah.
And of course,
that one.
Paul, I don't know if you have kids or anything, but I have a son now that's 29. But he, when he was growing up, it was Tugboat. There was a little Timmy the Tugboat or something. And yeah, Mike's over in Coquitlam, by the way. Mike Mason.
What is it? Coquitlam.
We have a lot of indigenous names up in Canada. So where Edwin is, you know, no one can pronounce it. Americans like say Nanaimo or something, but he's in Nanaimo. And Michigan is like a native word as well. And Manitoba and all these kind of names, Wichita, you know, you don't get these names coming up.
We have streets like Chippewa. And
there you go.
Actually, as well as there's a lot of French influence here. So we got streets called Lafayette and so on and so forth.
Yeah, well, my ancestors.
Well, Detroit was originally a trading post.
Yep.
Where the French voyageurs would go there, and that was a big trading post.
Yeah, my ancestry is in Missouri, St. Louis, and so Kiowa. There's a fort called Fort Kiowa, Fort Brazeau. So in the movie The Revenant, where Leo DiCaprio is wrestling a bear, the bear grabs Leo, and
the bear wins.
Yeah, and then they drag him off to this fort. Well, when he goes to the fort, he meets my 6th grade uncle, Joseph Brazeau. So all that rich history, and also Vincent.
It was filmed in BC, right? That was a local movie.
Yeah, well, where they do a lot of that kind of adventure film. First Blood was filmed in your area, Paul, closer to.
I would hope, Yep.
Okay.
So also the Francois Vincennes was like my 10th great grandfather, and he's actually even closer than that. But he they named the World War II light cruiser. It was destroyed off Savo Island at the Battle of Guadalcanal. Ongoing conflict there. But they named the Vincennes, USS Vincennes, after my ancestor there. And so lots of cross-fertilization, figuratively and literally. And of course, I am 1/4 Native American myself. So
I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm part Kiowa. So the Kiowa tribe,
Wow.
interesting story. They're up in the American kind of Midwest, but then they moved them down into Oklahoma. So I do ancestry and all those genealogy. I get cousins all the time on reservations in North Dakota, and yeah, it's just fascinating.
What percentage of Native American are you?
I'm on the number is like 21%, but essentially it breaks down to about a quarter Native American.
Because see, I don't know what kind of things they do in Canada, but here in the States, if you have a percentage, you get paid.
Oh, yeah. Now, because I was adopted out, so I have relatives, first cousins that are on literally on reservations that I've come back in contact with. But I tell people I'm like a 4'2" Welsh woman trapped in this 6'1" body because because I'm adopted Welsh. So, and this is where my Liverpool, my love of the Beatles and English culture. So I went to Liverpool, I went to London, I went to Wales, and I saw where my adoptive great grandfather was buried. And what's interesting about my great uncle is that he owned the house that became the building used in the TV series The Prisoner. And in fact, Clough Williams Alice, the architect that built Fort Marion, he's like a first cousin 4 times removed, kind of, through the other side of the family.
Rachel,
great stuff.
Rachel, The Prisoner is my favorite TV series of all time.
Patrick McGowan, yeah, very cool TV series.
It is one of the most brilliantly written TV series ever.
And Leo McKern, who played the villain in Help, he was in the penultimate and I believe the very last episode of The Prisoner, playing the heavy in that. And of course, The Prisoner series ended with "All you need is love."
Yeah. And Patrick McGowan said to the day he died, he regretted so much. He wanted to he didn't get a chance to end that series. The guy never got off the island, and he never got an opportunity to end the series. And he was very upset with networks for canceling.
I don't mean to interrupt, but Beatle Brad needs to go. But I wanted to make sure that you guys didn't think I was Invisible Ray, but it is Beatle Brad.
he stole your picture, Brad.
Yeah,
the scum.
Oh well.
I know it's you commented on that video too, Paul.
Yeah.
What comment is that, Richard?
The comment on the video Ray made about me.
Okay, so
let's not go there. I just wanted because I've got him here. I
don't even remember what the comment was. So
I just want to thank Beatle Brad for
yes. Can we all applaud?
Thanks for coming.
Thank you, Beatle Brad. Thank you so much for gracing us with your esteemed presence.
Like I love all the people, but there's some channels that are very special to me. Beatle Brad is one of them. Everybody knows. And the other one is FitToBe TieDyed. You two guys, I was watching you like for 2 years before I ever got on here. I'm a Beatle fan. Where do I get my Beatle info?
See, Rachel is a groupie.
We are family.
Just wanted to share the love to the VC, really. Just to let people know, that it's fun collecting vinyl, and we all care for each other, and and I'm just out to say that I appreciate each and every one of you guys and meeting all of you now.
Yeah.
Hit that like button.
Absolutely.
Yeah, hit the like button. And
wait a minute! I hit the thumbs down.
Oh no!
And everyone, please subscribe to all these channels. And in the audience are the people that are watching. Subscribe to those that have channels. Mike Mason has a great channel. Huge Elvis fan. I really encourage people to support Mike. And Edwin, Pretty Green Vinyl Guys, fantastic. Harry Zatos. All these people have wonderful
Subscribe to Rachel.
I think Paul wanted to get one last word in with you, bro.
Go ahead, Paul.
Yeah, what day are you doing your surgery?
I think it's on the 5th. Yeah,
that's like 2 weeks.
Oh, June 5th.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a week. I thought it was going to be this week. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's the week after.
We'll probably be in touch before then, but we'll
Yeah, I'm sure we will.
be praying for you.
Thank you very much.
I'll be thinking about you, Brad.
Appreciate it. Yeah, the Lord's good, and He'll see us through it. He's taken me this far. He's not going to let go now. So Jesus is always there, and He's blessed me, my wife.
It's because God is a Beatles fan too.
I think there's a little more to it than that, but okay.
Yeah, really. Yeah, it's a little bit more of a full thing. But yeah, so like I said, I need to go. But as I say, I'm out of here. But I appreciate every one of you.
Stephen, you know what? I just found out about you here through this chat. So I'm making a commitment to you. I'm going to go subscribe to you. As soon as I'm out of this chat, I'm heading over to your channel. Make sure
Stephen's a good guy. Yeah, I watch Stephen. Stephen, you're great too.
Stephen's great.
There's lots of
hasta bagel, everybody.
It was great to see you, Brad. I'll be thinking about you.
Thanks.
Beatle Brad.
Bye.
Hostile bagels to you too.
Yeah.
See y'all.
Take care. Bagels.
That was kind of like that thing from Monty Python, The Holy Grail. That
Talk to me, Rachel. You keep bringing up these iconic,
That's
material.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, I should be going.
The great Beatle Brad.
I got.
So you're up to date now on Beatle Brad.
Wow, I met a legend.
So I've got to get Stephen Schnee. He'll be in the comments. I'm going to
Stephen Schnee is fantastic.
Up to him.
Yeah, Stephen Schnee. I met him one time, and when I left, I told him I was making tacos, and even after I left, I think those tacos were in his head. I thought I saw. I subscribed to Rachel about 30 minutes ago. All right.
Thank you so much, Stephen. Every single sub is welcome, and I'm very humbled and appreciative of it. Thank you very much.
You have a great channel, Rachel. You have a great channel, Rachel.
Thank you, Richard. I have a lot of fun doing it, and I get to hang out with you guys, right? So
yes, a lot.
And all I've got coming up is a Batman sing-along.
Doc, your videos are all what you do.
Doc's hilarious.
I love his videos.
Oh yeah, he's classic.
They're creative and fun.
Classic.
Well, I wasn't kidding. Coming up soon, a Batman sing-along.
Doc has such
I believe it.
Have you got?
Well, it was either that or the. I've got another old game show called Shenanigans, and they have the actual 3D game of Operation.
Oh, get out!
So, like when they play Operation, they roll a real live. Well, he's not really alive, but a dummy out on a gurney, and the kid is supposed to get in there with the pincers.
Yeah.
Get the stuff out. It's amazing.
And it's in 3D.
Well, it's
virtual. It's like virtual. Yeah.
Well, no, they've actually made the patient full size.
I hear what you. Oh, they made. Oh, wow.
I think they traumatized me.
It's a full size operation.
Oh man, that's so cool.
It's worth watching just for that.
Now, where do you see this at?
This is on an old game show called Shenanigans.
I remember Shenanigans.
Oh, okay, that's where that's from.
Oh,
Operation was part of that.
Oh,
It's right up there with Beat the Clock.
When I was a kid, I do remember. You're right, Doc. I remember that. There was. Oh, Beat the Clock. Yeah, that was a great.
So I'm gonna go there, Doc. Thanks for hosting again.
Oh, not a problem.
And,
hey, it was lucky number 13, right?
Yeah, I gotta go. I think I'll go over and check out Invisible Ray's channel next.
you better be glad Richard's not here to hear that.
Paul goes.
Richard didn't hear that.
Don't let Richard hear it. He's gonna be realistic. Good to see you, Paul.
Yeah, see you around the funnies.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bless you, Paul.
Bye.
Yeah, wow. Doc always has great streams.
We get all the big names here.
Yeah, you do, man.
Yeah.
Loaded with celebrities. This reminds me of Sonny and Cher.
All I need is Canadian stud muffin, and I've ordered the market.
Larry Graves is another big channel that I used to watch before I got online, even, you know. So I love Larry.
I love Larry.
So yeah. If I could get Larry, and if I could get Norman Maslow, and get Rock Boy 680, and some of these other
yeah, Rock Boy. I watched his stuff too. Now, I heard he's kind of gone off into movies now. He's not doing the music so much.
It's hard to do music when the record stores are closed.
True, yeah.
There's poor Matthew Street going off and doing Mangles McCartney and stuff. So
I love the Mangle McCartney. Yeah,
so we're all hunting for ideas to do.
Yeah. I can't think of anything.
So here I am putting up old game shows and a Batman sing-along. So stay tuned, everyone.
We'll stay tuned.
But see, the good thing about your content, Doc, is that a lot of it's nostalgic. So the 2020 doesn't really affect with your material. You know what I mean? Because you can mine for nostalgia forever.
I grew up in that era, so
yeah, me too. I mean, you're still older than I am, but not old enough.
Rachel was saying, "Oh, well, go like I'm the oldest one here." I'm sitting there like, no, it's me. I'm the senior citizen here.
The senior citizen.
So, yes. So.
But I do remember a lot of what you remember. I'm not too far behind you. You know.
Well, that Shenanigans show was about 1965.
I do. I was a little nipper, but
yeah, I'd be 9 years old. But you know, like they rolled out the cart with the guy on it, and you know the light up nose and everything.
You're right. I can see it in my head.
It's just amazing. You know. And the Operation game is still around today.
Yes, it is. And am I correct that did the game come out first? Bradley, wasn't it?
Milton Bradley, yeah. Well,
yeah, they owned games back then.
Yeah,
they were coming out with all of the great stuff.
Yeah, well,
because I think.
Would you say Mousetrap?
Yeah,
Mousetrap.
That was ideal. That wasn't Milton Bradley.
Twister.
Yeah.
I think Twister. Was that Milton Bradley?
Milton Bradley's got a hot one. It's a Twister.
Yeah.
Pop the pop the bubble, pop the dice. Look out, sister, you move twice.
Yes.
Trouble. That's the name of the Milton Bradley game.
That's right. Oh, remember what about the Game of Life?
Yeah, I love the Game of Life. As well. That's a good one. Yeah. And then, of course, the toy. I remember some of the commercial jingles for kids. So get ready for this one.
Okay.
Marvel the Mustang, he's almost for real. Just saddle him up with spurs on your heels. No winding, no batteries. What horsey do? Marvel the Mustang, does he love you?
Now, was he part of the Johnny West?
I love you, Rachel. I love you, Rachel. You're great.
We have fun. No, he's not part of the Johnny West scene. Marvel was like, kind of 3 feet, maybe by 2 feet, and little kids could ride the little horsey.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, like, Paul would know all about that if he was.
What goes without a care and makes a marvelous sound. Up and down, just like a clown. Everyone knows.
Slinky. It's fun for a girl and a boy. Slinky. It's really a wonderful toy.
They made it a wonderful toy.
but this Shenanigans game that I've got to put out, it has all the original commercials.
Oh, guess what I bought at the dollar store only a couple of weeks ago?
What you got?
A Slinky. And then it's rainbow colored. Look at it. It's iridescent.
Yeah, you got a high-tech one.
Yeah, I got it at the dollar. I'm sorry I didn't buy a bunch of us because I want to hang them up in my doorway. I'm going to have a curtain. So I got to go back to another Dollar Tree and see if I can find more of them. Yeah.
Now, okay.
Every time I play mystery,
look at what Kimba's got. Yeah. Okay. Now, Kimba, I can do this.
Mystery date. Are you ready for your mystery date? Open your mystery date.
Date. Will he be a dreamboat or a dud?
And you turn the day. He was a loser.
Open and your boyfriend would be there.
But a loser.
But the thing about mystery date is I was in a thread, a discussion forum thing, and somebody was talking mystery date, and one of the girls goes, you could just see her Ted way, click, 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 click. She goes, "Oh, the dud is and always will be the hottest one in the game." I love the fact that Michael knows the mystery date theme song.
Well, you wait till I get my shenanigans thing up there. It's in there.
Make it happen.
It's in there. And you know what else is in there? A commercial for Camp Granada game.
Oh, here we are in Camp.
Hello, Mata. Hello, Father.
Here we are in
Camp Granada.
Who was the guy? He was
Alan
like
Sherman.
There you go. He was a comedian that used to show up on different talk shows and game shows all the time.
He did a lot of Ed Sullivan. He did.
Yes.
So all of that is in that shenanigans thing. So like,
wow.
You watch the whole thing. It's full of commercials, full of Stubby K. I think he really did.
Stubby K.
Stubby K.
Remember Nipsey Russell?
Nipsey Russell. Mm-hmm. He did a Match Game. He was on Match Game all the time.
Yep.
Yeah, he was great. And Slappy White.
Slappy White. Yep.
And Flip Wilson.
Flip Wilson. Here come the judge. Here come the judge.
And what about Paul Lynn?
Oh yeah, Paul Lynn.
Paul Lynn.
Center Square.
Sorry, Richard.
I used to have that chuckle.
People talking.
I used to love Paul Lynn.
How old are these dinosaurs actually?
Yeah, really.
Sorry.
These are old TV shows that we used to watch, Richard. In
fact,
don't make them like that anymore. Man, they were great.
Well, you think about 1966, 65, 66, we had Star Trek, we had the Munsters, we had the Addams Family, we had Dream of Jeannie, we had Bewitched. All these things were on the air all at the same time. And I'm like 6, 7 years old, the perfect age. Flintstones.
The music
the Jetsons.
The music and the TV was better in the 60s than it is now.
It was fantastic.
All the ideas I've already taken.
Get Smart, Mel Brooks.
Oh, love Get Smart.
Adams. And the Doors, incredible.
Right.
And I remember one where the guy jumps out a window. He goes, "You won't catch me. I've got my van waiting for me." He jumps out, and Don Adams looks over and he goes, "Missed it by that much."
Yeah, right.
Whoa.
Sorry about that, Chief.
Yeah, I suggest.
What about the cone of silence?
I know.
Yeah, I love the cone of silence.
Get the door, Jaime.
Who was the guy? He was a real handsome dude. He played.
Dick Gautier.
Yeah. Dick Gautier.
And he did like Love American Style and all
he
that.
was everywhere too, man. Man.
He was also Robin Hood and Mel Brooks when things was rotten.
That was, dude. That was a short-lived series. That was really awesome. When Things Were Rotten was great.
So even Dick Van Patten was in that, I think.
Oh, Dick Van Patten, yeah.
Absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Later on, of course, 8 is enough.
Yeah. So
I never watched 8 is Enough. Never.
No, I couldn't stand it. There's too
I watched a couple episodes.
Out of all of those family shows, give me Brady Bunch, give me Parley. But I didn't care for a lot of the like late 80s family shows. Like 8 is Enough. I didn't get in. Really didn't even get into Full House and none of that stuff.
No.
Take me back to, like you said, the Munsters and
F Troop.
Oh yes.
F Troop. Corporal Agarn.
Corporal Agarn.
2 seasons. That's all I got.
And what?
Forrest
So
Gump.
after, oh, my favorite Martian, Bill Bixby, and Ray
Oh, I
Walsh.
love my favorite Martian.
I thought Rachel was going to say my mother, the car.
Oh, that was great. I love. Oh,
Okay, so with the same kind of title, My
Jerry-
Brother
Jerry
the
Van
Angel.
Dyke.
Do you guys
Was
remember My Brother the Angel?
No.
That's the one with Tommy and Dick Smothers, and Tommy was an angel in it.
Oh yeah, I
And it was
kind of. I don't even think that went even a whole season though.
but I remember it. And
I love the Flintstones.
Mr. Terrific.
Captain Nice.
Captain Nice, Mr. Terrific.
And remember when was it Mr. Terrific when he fly? He would hold his cape behind him.
Yeah.
Oh my God! You remember that, Rachel? That was great.
Okay, come on in, just say goodbye. Okay, I gotta go.
On YouTube.
I love you all. I sadly I must go.
It's
My
been
bad.
fantastic, Rachel.
Bye, Rachel.
I'll subscribe to you.
Thank you,
Bye,
Michael.
Rachel.
Thank you.
Hey, Rachel. Hey, Rachel.
Richard, I love you. Go
Hey,
ahead.
Rachel. This isn't how I wanted us to meet the first time in person. I'm sorry. I don't want you to think I'm like a jerk or anything. It's just
Oh,
Richard, I love you. I never think that. I think you're fun. I think you love Paul McCartney. I think you love music.
He's a great guy. This is Ray Sensor's luck.
oh, shut up. Paul.
Anyway,
always
you guys have I'm so sorry, Doc. Thank you for hosting this little get together. I had a lot of fun. Shout outs to Edwin, to Mike Mason. Edwin's a pretty green vinyl guy. Stephen Schnee, Kimba, who I love. Kimba and I are always saying
Kimba.
Yeah.
Kimba's the greatest.
Kimba just mentioned a book by Hal Lifeson, 1966. I think. Anyway, it's
Yeah.
But so anyway, I love everybody. Thanks for the people that
Bye.
I cannot see who's in the chat, so forgive me for that. But anyway,
Not a problem. Come again.
I sent you your prize to it should be arriving.
I won Richard Dolan's contest. Please supply and subscribe to Richard Dolan. Great channel. Thank you, Richard.
Thank you.
Unboxing thing when it gets here. Okay, guys, I got to close out.
Bye.
Take care, Rachel.
Bye.
God bless.
Bye, Doc.
So long.
And by the way, I want to just say, hey, hi, James Byers, in the chat.
Bye, Doc.
Kimba loves the joy on this channel. She's right.
Kim is the best.
That's nice.
Oh yeah, I was getting ready to depart.
You were going to depart about 2 hours ago.
I know, but man. What Pacino saying? Godfather 3. I keep trying to get out, but you keep pulling me back in.
It's too much fun.
Doc, you always have great streams, man. But
I get the best people.
Yes, you do.
Fantastic. But hey, it is going on 6:30. I haven't ate yet.
Yep. Me too. That's exactly what I'm getting ready to go do.
Yeah. So like, hey, let's all go eat. All right.
All right. Good seeing you again, my friend.
Thank
Take
you.
care of
Thank
yourself.
you everyone who came on today. And so long. We'll see you again next week, right? Au revoir. Bye-bye.